just getting a nice amount of wants to put himself out backward.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Overwatch Ace 2020 Championship. My name is Dax.
And of course, I'm Asarai, and we'll be your casters for this particular playoffs weekend. So, Dax, oh my gosh, it's been, I would say, a fantastic month of Overwatch action, and we're now down to the final 4 teams competing here at Overwatch Ace 2020. And of course, this would not be possible without the organization of AKG Games, and this tournament, of course, is funded by Activision Blizzard Esports with a total of 100,000 US dollars prize pool.
Bro, it's bigger than that. Yeah, it's 100K right there on the USD. But of course, check out the socials right there. Facebook.com/Blizzard Esports Taiwan for all your Asia Pacific needs, as well as the Twitter, Twitter.com/Overwatch Path to Pro, OW Path to Pro, for of course your OD contenders kind of experience. But this is so very different, Mr. Asai, from what we see in the other regions. Here in the Pacific scene, we get this amazing tournament that has been happening for quite a while already. All throughout September, we had that group stage. Here we are in October for the playoffs. And of course, we had the open qualifier all the way at the very start. So if you think about it, it's like a mini Path to Pro, but 8 teams did come on into the group stage, and now we have 4 in the playoffs.
Yeah, we had, how much? 5 teams coming in from the qualifiers and 3 that were invited. And the one other invited team right now on the top of the echelon here, A-Bank, 14 wins, 0 losses, 42 points. They're nigh unstoppable, and honestly, we already know what it is. They're the team right now to beat. They're the ones who we know 90% already sure that they might be able to take it all, but right behind them is Far East Society, who has been kind of struggling in the matches that they went up against A-Bang, but other teams, they've been doing fantastically. And anything else you want to add, because I know you have so much to talk about with these teams.
Yes, sir. You know, all these 4 teams gonna be left behind. It's A-Bang, FES, Jacob Bird, as well as Connect Gaming. These 4 making their big shoutouts to Val, Angel, Jaeger, Watermelon Waddlers, as well as Banana Baba for the group stage. But here in the playoffs, it's a pretty simple format, Mr. Ass, right? We got a single elimination bracket. It's our 1 and 4 seed facing off, and our 2 and 3 seed facing off. Whoever's gonna win those matches will be facing off in the grand finals tomorrow in best of 7 action. But here in the semifinals, of course, it's just a best of 5. And it's $100,000 on the line. You already know that the best kind of gameplay that these teams have to offer will be unfolded here in the playoffs. And besides that, of course, we will have our map set itself. We start things off on Control. We go over to Assault, and we do see so many different map types here and there. It's really just all about getting a mix and match. And it seems like we are going to be starting off our first series here, Mr. Astrai, with Lijiang Tower into this best of 5.
Yeah, so Lijiang Tower, kind of like since it is a control tower, it's going to be lots of push and pull. Usually when we see A-Bang, they just go really, really wild, especially with one as that either Sombra or Genji pick that he uses. It's very, very, very strong. You know, he just has just has that timing that allows A-Bang to find those crevices to always break the defense of their opponents and just destroy them and just never let go. That's how A-Bang plays. They just have like that vice grip that you can't really squirm your way out of. So this is going to be all up to Connect to try to figure out how to basically go up against A-Bang.
Yeah, it's a bit a tough cookie though, but we have our Taiwanese +1 Hong Kong player team versus a full Japanese squad in our first versus 4 seed. And from what we've seen in the group stage so far, Connect Gaming, a great team in its own states. These guys have been one of the best and, well, the brightest spots in the Japanese scene. These guys have been very, very active in the ladder. But one problem into the group stage itself is they struggled against our top 3 teams. They struggled against A-Bang, they struggled against FES, they struggled against Jacob Bird as well. And amongst amongst those games, they've only won once against those three teams, and it was FES on the very first day. But in the meantime, A-Bang, it's pretty obvious what they've done. Perfect record, only dropping maps to FES as well as Jacob Bird. But I think we are going to be able to get into the game very soon. It's going to be pretty hyped, though, to get into the matchup. And this is going to be Lijiang Tower coming our way soon. But here are going to be our players here for Team A-Bang. We got Mango Jai, Craziest, next to CQB Blue, as well as Juan, with Shaolin, of course, going to be able to sub in and out. And from what we've seen in the group stage so far, Mr. Astra, is it depends on if Blue or Shaolin is playing. We'll see a different configuration on the DPS duo for Team A-Bang.
Yeah, Blue has been, I believe, the dedicated Widowmaker player, I believe. And now we're looking at Connect Gaming with Nico, Bad Aim, Ask Waka, Nekomade, and KSG1912. And again, we have been just kind of figuring out how they're going to try to break the barrier that is A-Bang. They're like the ultimate gatekeeper right now to utter victory. And of course, they're all about that white silhouette because you know what? We like the silhouettes, you know?
Yes, I can make the pose that I can make that pose too, Mr. Ass, right? You know, I can
esports
do the
silhouette
esports pose. You just go, yeah. But you know, looking at that Connect Gaming roster, you got Nico over there, has been a veteran, has been one of the best tracers all the way into the beginning of the Japanese scene. And you know, Bad Aim or Mihawk, he has also been popping off there. And then I do believe also in the roster they have the player coach that is Ramono. He can sub in and out if need be. But it really feels like our starting six there for Connect Gaming is gonna be the squadron to beat, and A-Bang in the meantime is the bar that has set the tone of this $100,000 prize pool. It's huge. You know, this A-Bang roster is amazing. They started off as A-Bang, they went into Nova Esports, Nova MS, then the core of that went to the Lord of Dragons. And in the meantime, you look at this roster, you see that support duo between Mango-Jai and CQB. They were the support duo in Talon Esports, and then you see CQB going all the way into the EU scene to play for Eternal Academy for quite a while, if I remember correctly. So there's a lot of experience right now in A-Bang. They also brought in Shaolin, who's a World Cup player for Team Taiwan, and he was part of the Nova MS roster, but wasn't part of the batch that we see Blue, One, Nexus, and Crazy S as well. So they have found some old and new guns to work together. They found some old rivals to stick with each other. And in all honesty, this A-Bang roster is looking so very strong into this tournament. And I think this is the best configuration they've ever had throughout the years.
Yeah, little tweaks here and there has made A-Bang into a formidable team. Again, team to beat right now. And I believe we are about to almost start the game, ladies and gentlemen. So, you know, just enjoy a little bit, you know, just sit back, relax. We're doing ourselves a online broadcast here. We're happy to be your commentators for the Overwatch Ace 2020. Now, Dax, again, we are just you know, starting this off, but I wanted to ask, what do you think is your team to beat right now? And I know
A-Bang.
The answer might.
I'm gonna stop you there, good sir. You know, I'm gonna stop you. Look, you look at the record that has a 0 on it in match wins. So it's like in match losses, rather. It's a team to beat. Now, for me, if you want me to go for the predictions, it has to be our first and second seed looking to beat each other in the finals. But anything can happen. You know, Connect Gaming and Jacob Bird might be like hiding some strats here and there, and we can talk about Jacob Bird later on. But looking into Connect Gaming itself, it's time for them to prove that they can actually duel with the best, because it's going to be huge in this our final four. But Lijiang Tower is a map to go on, and we are going to be getting into it already, straight into the action.
Wow, we're actually going to go into it, guys, immediately from the get-go. And here we are. It's going to be, of course, this particular stage in Lijiang. You got yourself a little bit of the wall here, and Juan actually is going to be playing onto the Doom Fist. Immediately just dives right in, does not connect his Power Fist right there, so no kills will be taken, but he does hone in onto the Zarya. But smartly enough, Connect Gaming backing away, just bailing out their opponent for just a moment. But it seems like A-Bang, they got a plan in mind. They're charging up their ultimates as well, and they're looking mighty fine. But checking out Connect Gaming, Bad Aim. He is on the Junkrat, so he can really deal the damage, crack the shield of the Reinhardt here, and also charge up his ultimate, which is up right now.
And there we go, it's gonna be A-Bang trying to set things up. They're playing the Doofus Reaper, which is an interesting comp to run right now. Connect Gaming, though, in the meantime, whipping out the Junkrat and the Mei, and they're going for the Reinhardt Zarya as well for both sides. And Connect Gaming, surprise, surprise, gonna be able to get that initial capture. Interesting compositions as starting off Mr. Asteroid. I was expecting completely the Sombra Reaper dive, but hey, it's Control Center. Ryan Zarya can still play it out in the first place. Gravity Surge gonna be into play here as well, and Crazy S trying to get damage done in one bad day. Gonna be able to get one apiece. Meteor Strike right now up in the air. Sam Barrett though from the side of Connect Gaming, and A-Bang is really looking for some kills, but look at that shadow from Nexus. Gravity Surge though from Connect Gaming this time, and the control of Control Center will go for a Japanese squadron so far.
Connect Gaming, calm and collected, did not panic as A-Bang was already forcing their hand. They used their ultimate at the perfect enough time, and like you said, KSG, or sorry, believe the Mei Nico was able to put a lot of damage with the slows on that Mei. Mei will be activated, and they do pin down the counter Reinhardt here as Bad Aim with his friends is gonna try to pin them. Actually takes away at the Reinhardt of A-Bang, and this is looking much better for them. And of course, here it is, the Junkrat spam on the entrance. So this is gonna force Connect to try to go find a different pathway, as Connect Gaming is already 60% on that point.
Yeah, there's a lot of control here for the side of Connect Gaming, and A-Bang decided to switch back to the Sombra and the Reaper, especially in this August patch. It's really just all about going for the EMP, going for the Brawl, but here comes the Mei as well, and here comes the Coalescence already from the side of Waka as well as Mangajai, but Mangajai going on down, and it seems like here Connect Gaming looking to make a statement at the very start of Sass, right? They go for the Blizzard already. They're taking control here and now by the Receptionist, and they're saying, oh sorry, you don't have an appointment here and now. Connect Gaming is just one fight away from getting a quick first points here on Control Center.
You know, sometimes you just gotta force yourself an appointment. That's how you become CEO, Dax. But 95%, they gotta rush in. They gotta run onto the side right now. But it seems like Connect Gaming, they got everything that they need to thwart A-Bang, as now they're frantically just trying to get into it. Overtime has been popped, but somebody is on the side right now trying to delay for as much as possible. But that big Earth Shatter coming in from KSG. Is this gonna be a statement match, a statement first round for Connect Gaming? They're pushing them back, and nobody from A-Bang has an answer. They're just getting slapped silly, and that is going to be Control Tower picked up by Connect. What just happened, Dax?
Hello? Hello, A-Bang? Wake up. Hello? Alarm clock time. You know, this is where you gotta wake up. This is only single elimination, you know. Sure, you have dominated the full month of September as the top one team, but you cannot throw it all away just to this. This is an amazing start here from Team Connect Gaming. This weekend is where it really matters here for A-Bang, Connect Gaming, and the rest of our teams. But for now, that was such a statement indeed. You see the Junkrat actually just destroy everything. The Doomfist Reaper, it really feels like they were trying to go for the punches here and there, but it just didn't pan out. A bit of a gamble that did not work whatsoever. Good control there from Connect Gaming as well with the Mei, as well with the Reinhardt itself. And now we are going to be seeing a little bit more standard play now from both sides. This is basically the new GOATS composition here, Mr. Asteroid. It's time for the Sombra and Reaper to play together. It will get the hack though immediately on the Nexus and Connect Gaming. They are immediately confident. They say, Fort Speed, Sport Seed, we can do this right here, right now. Nika trying to find a little bit more of those targets. And the thing about him, he's that Tracer main who can be slippery on the Sombra as well. Shaolin though in the meantime, gonna be keeping the pellets on. It's all about that neutral game right now between our two teams. And this is just A-Bang, Connect Gaming trying to go for a tug of war, but Mangajai with the Coalescence. And A-Bang is now showing everyone how it's done to go for the initial push. Mangajai with that quicker call, but here we go with the hack on the ass, and there we go with the concentration. EMP right now though from Nico to try and turn things around, but A-Bang is still all together as one, and Connect Gaming right now is trying to still stay on the point. KSG though with the Primal Rage, but it seems like things are going in favor of A-Bang right now, and they will be able to get an initial capture as Nico will transcate just to die.
I don't know what happened there. Connect Gaming, it felt like they kind of sealed their own fates at that initial bout as they went around that corner on the tower. Then they didn't have any positioning or mobility to actually position into a safer area. Even though that was a 6-man EMP coming out from Nico, it did not matter at all. In one, he just slaps them around with his own EMP, follows it up. Crazies, he's looking for more, actually takes 2 down. That's the front line as Reaper as well as the Winston, as now it seems like A-Bang, they lost that first round on maybe a fluke, and the second round, for the moment, they are bullying Connect, just saying, get out, we are here. And this is our map, or sorry, our round. 42% already with almost 6 ultimates to go around for A-Bang. As Connect, though, they're kind of regrouping for the moment. A-Bang's Winston does have his own Primal Rage. Okay, let's see what happens with this one. Bad! Death Blossom just destroys 3. They went in and bit more than they can chew, and they just ate all the bullets of the Reaper shotgun. Hot diggity damn!
That's a lot of commitment though from Connect Gaming. They decided to go into the white room and decide, hey, we can go for the spin, we can go for the Death Blossom. If you ever see a Beyblade spinning on around, you already know that bad aim is on that kind of thing. But here we go with A-Bang yet again, looking to go for that setup. They can't go for the dive right now. They also have the self-destruct, but Ask already with the initial self-destruct does go for the zone, but unfortunately for KSG, he can't find anyone with transition, and Shaolin is going to be able to get that shutdown instead. We've seen the showdown from Shaolin so far, and here we go again with the Reaper getting 2. Immediately, A-Bang's like, okay, thanks for the free kills. We're going over to the point. We don't need to go for any kind of EMP play right now. They just go for the cleanup, and this is where the discipline of A-Bang really is just so fruitful, Mr. Right? They catch out the opposition, they make sure that they can take the advantage, and as of the moment, A-Bang is taking control of this point, just taking care of a few stragglers here and there to get the capture on back, and this Reaper will fall. Next on the list gonna be that Sombra, and there you go, finally the Translocate, there we have the hack, and A-Bang will eventually get that points.
Like you said, that was a perfect description for it. There's just way more discipline from A-Bang here. As Connect Gaming, they're kind of pulling triggers left, right, and center, and that's not really what they need to do. They need to group up here because A-Bang, they're kind of like this death ball that really is nigh unstoppable. You saw there was, I believe, Bad Aim and Nico trying to counter on the side entrance of White Room here, but everyone else is like on the center on point. That's not really what you wanted to happen, right? But now look at that one activating his EP once again, as members of Connect Gaming were already congregating onto the room itself, but he has thwarted them. He has stalled them for the moment here. KSG coming in from the side, but he is being pushed back himself. Okay, Nico activates his ultimate, trying to force them back. Bad Aim did have to use his own as well. Oh no, that was Shaolin, sorry. And he actually gets 2, make that 3, and Shaolin with the shotguns is actually making a quick enough work of his opponents. Now, set sights onto the Diva, demeched, deactivated, and be gone. And that is going to be objective secured here for A-Bang on the second round.
Oh, that was such a good play there for A-Bang. They did get EMP'd by a huge one there from the side of Connect Gaming, and they did go for the initial EMP to try and pick off the Diva, but no, it didn't pan out there for A-Bang at the start, but they had to go for the counterplay, and that they did. Shaolin, they knew he was going to have that Death Blossom. They knew they just had to keep him alive, and you can see really in terms of positioning, CQB and Magajai, these guys just have that chemistry, they have that know-how, and making sure that their Reaper will still stay on. Connect Gaming also coming close to the shotguns, and Mr. Azurai, if you played any kind of shooting game, right, you see a shotgun in your face, what happens to you, good sir?
I mean, if you're too close, the pellets hit your whole body, or there's multiple pellets hitting your body, it's devastating. You know, and that's why you don't play close range against a shotgun player. And Reaper is obviously the shotgun agent here in Overwatch. So now what's gonna happen? Yeah, no, right? So what's gonna happen now, Dax? It seems like A-Bang, they only needed to warm up.
Yep, that's it. You'll wake up, time to go to work, right, Team A-Bang. And something to also note is this is basically the meta right now. You can have that Zarya Road Dog, but you can also go for the dive here. And A-Bang has proven to be the masters of the Sombra Reaper so far. Now, initially, they did start things off in the first week with Sombra Tracer, as we will see A-Bang, of course, take points. As Connect Gaming, in the meantime, I've seen them actually be comfortable with something like the Ash Tracer instead. And they have done a really good job at going for the flex as well, Nico, especially on that Sombra. And he is going to have that EMP. There we go, already making it huge. And A-Bang, since they were stuck inside, they did get EMP'd all together. Mangajai, they'll go for the stain with Coalescence, and there we go with the counter EMP from 1. And this is where A-Bang is really, really good at. They can go for the survival with the support line, and from then on, they do go for the counterplay, but Crazy Ass will get DMX Sound Barrier into play here from CQB. Necromate gonna be doing the same. There we go with the Bubble Shield, and here comes the Self-Struck up on top, but Shaolin still gets the Death Blossom quicker than Bad Aim, and again, the spinning top on the Baton Wheel, making it happen. A-Bang just going for the finger gun and getting this win in this clash.
A-Bang? No, it's A Big Bang. My gosh, they are just hammering away at Connect Gaming here, chipping them one by one and then just following up, getting themselves that nice little AC. And with all of that delayed fight, they were able to rack up 50%. Connect Gaming, you know they're panicking right now. And look at that, they're nipping at the heels. They're trying to frantically go onto the site. They activate immediately Nico's EMP here, but I don't know if that's actually worth it or enough to push back ABAC for the moment. But it seems like it is working. It is working for just a smidgen here, and may have been enough so that Nico's ultimate was worth. So Connect Gaming, it seems like a foolhardy strategy at the start, but they turn it back around, and now they're starting to get some percentages here with Bad Aim up on his Death Blossom. He can at least sneak up a little bit. They're trying to figure out where A-Bang will try to maneuver themselves. They're here into the market area as Bad Aim is just making sure that he can find the angles that he needs to destroy them. But no! Juan comes in with his own EMP. CQB, Shaolin follows up, and Connect Gaming got slapped hard. And they said, just get out of our side. This is ours. And A-Bang Gaming once again cleaning up house, and they're going to be able to claim themselves the point as well as another ace in this third map.
Indeed, here in the Ace Championship, we're seeing some clean swipes from Team A-Bang. Something to note, though, is Connect Gaming is using a lot to get the point. And that's where A-Bang says, okay, you use your ultimates, now we can just go. And the EMPs from one have been huge. Nico doing the same old thing with some big EMPs. But you can really see in terms of the counterplay, in terms of positioning, A-Bang is always ready for it. And Shaolin has shown us the Reaper difference. He's been twitting. There's Death Blossoms even quicker than Bad Aim. But Bad Aim gonna be trying to do the same. But Shaolin is still there, looking to find a little bit more. And A-Bang's gonna be okay. We got the win already by the night market itself. We got our food. It's time for us to sit on down. This is literally reserving a table for yourself, going on to the point. And A-Bang, can anyone actually still touch there from the side of Connect Gaming? Seems like that's gonna be the case. Overtime ticking on down. We go for another clash here, but A-Bang is ready with 3 ults. And it's time for them to go for using these ultimates as much as possible. Sam Barry here from CQB though, and Crazy as actually catching out Nekamaid. Nexus punching Bad Aim off the map. Oh no, Nexus still gonna fall as well. And now it is gonna be Ass trying to go for the turn down with a kill on the Mangajai. But here comes one with the push. EMP is available though for one. Can he get the win for his team? There you go, gets rid of the 2 tanks' abilities. And Ass gonna get DMEC'd along the way. The push is coming to a shove here, Mr. Ass right. A-Bang though still trying to survive with the Diva, but Connect Gaming having numbers for the side being. And this is gonna be Crazy as though looking to pop off and pop heads. But it's a Sambar this time from Nekamaid. And Connect Gaming trying to sustain, trying to stay alive. They are beating back A-Bang so far, but the Diva is there again. And Mangajai right now with another quick coalescence trying to force things out. But here comes the punch. One this time is a surprise factor. A while ago, Control Center, it was red like a book. This time though, it's gonna be a hey, that's gonna be a punch from out of nowhere. But here comes Ask again, asking the right questions at the right time. And I do believe that Connect Gaming should be able to slowly but surely get this point.
I might need this later.
They did, but by the skin of their teeth, my goodness, that was such a long fight from both sides, and I thought that it was just gonna be, you know, A-Bang able to finish it off, but Connect Gaming, Nico and Bad Aim really doing God's work for the side of their team and just keeping themselves alive for as long as possible. But now A-Bang has regrouped. They have the Reaper ultimate here for Shaolin, and if there's a little bit of a, you know, of opportunity here, you know that he's gonna flip the switch and trigger it all up. Propagandalist Lucis was activated already here. We'll see what's gonna happen, and it seems like Connect Gaming has done the deed once again. Nico, his EMPs are hero EMPs. It is allowing Connect Gaming to stay afloat, stay alive, and they have actually bridged the gap from 99 to 45, 50%. It's already 99 to 90. And Connect Gaming, once again, they're proving us time and time that they have the right stuff to counter A-Bang. As now A-Bang, they're all allowed out of options. They have to go onto the site right now. 99 to 98%. It's only up to the overtime. A-Bang's Nexus activates the Primal Rage. He's trying to go right in. And Shaolin still has the Rippers. Death Blossom, can he actually activate it? He DMAX the Diva, and they're charging right in, but still no opportunity is made. Oh no, they're gonna be able to push it out, and it seems like it's working, and it's gonna be A-Bang to clean up house. Who's gonna be able to get back onto the site, contest that point? Oh wait, self-destruct. Okay, kaboom. But it's still gonna be A-Bang.
A-Bang, they got the point at the last moment there before the fight even starts, and they're like, okay, now we're on the defense, now we are going to be set up, and Connect Gaming basically caught napping in that last fight. I was going to say already, that was such a good fight there from Connect Gaming in that stagger gameplay, because that allowed their Reapers to kind of marginalize and try to, just stabilize in terms of the ult percentages. Bad Aim was kind of on the back foot against Shaolin at the start, but with that elongated fight, both of them had Death Blossom, and now it was Bad Aim controlling the temp from that point on. But just in terms of positioning, it's like Abang says, okay, we're gonna pop the Primal Rage, we're just gonna jump over you. And have you ever seen one of those Olympic sports where you have that big pogo stick and you fly all the way to the other side? It's just like that. They just jumped, and Abang said, how high? How freaking high? Next showed us how it was done. And overall, a really, really scrappy fight there. But Connect Gaming, the biggest thing right now I'm seeing from them is besides that one fight over there that really lasted so long, they're using so much to try and get the point. They're using so many ultimates. They're really connecting with their shots, sure. But at the same time, Abang's like, okay, we can stagger, we can slow it down. We can still stay alive. And from what I've seen also, the support line, CQB and Mangajai, these guys are medics waiting to happen, and they are just happy keeping the heals on, especially for Mangajai with the Coalescence. Since we're on the older August patch, the heals are ridiculous on that Moira, and Abang takes it 2-1, guys.
Yeah, it just seems like Abang is always the disciplined enough team. You see Connect Gaming, they panic from time to time, and granted they can kind of slither their way to get the point once again and even get a couple of kills, but that is because of the individual player abilities of some of people like Nico and Bad Aim who know who to target, who or how to shoot as well. And then if you look at it in the general sense, it just seems like Abang, they're a bit more slightly more calm, slightly more collected, and at the last time at the last moment they pushed as an entire team, and then they knew also when to use the ultimate at those right times, and it just kind of forced Connect to play the game of Abang, and it just did not work at the final stretch. And sometimes that's all it takes,
Yeah. It's just so close. They actually made it all the way to a 99-99 there. And I gotta give props to Connect Gaming. First, they came off the gates really strong. They countered whatever Abang was trying to do. And from then on, they took control of Control Center. And you can see that Connect Gaming, they do feel comfortable on that Ryan Zarya. You can see that they do like to play that. But unfortunately, when the going gets tough, the dive does come out. And Abang has proven to be the masters of that. Nexus and Crazy S. There are a few questions here and there if Nexus and Crazy S still had it at the very start of the Ace tournament. And then suddenly it's like, oh, they're still there. They're still there, and they are absolutely good to go. They never left, indeed. But it really just goes to show, right, that these two teams were actually pretty active, in all honesty. Abang did stay on for a very, very long time, especially with the core of their members into the Canadian Pacific scene. And in the meantime, as we said, to combat Connect Gaming, these guys have been grinding the ladder and more. And with a leader, especially into Nico, you already know that this team is one to beat from the Japanese side. That is going to be that for map number 1. And our second map instead will be Volskaya Industries. In terms of our order, though, Mr. Asrai, we got Control, we got Assault. I believe we will have Escort next, and then Hybrid, and then Control yet again for our best of 5s. Volskaya Industries, we got 2 CP, and anything you remember from some of the other games that we've been able to check out from the group stage that can be brought out here.
Again, I can't remember per se the specific match, but it does seem like a lot of these teams, again, even teams like FES and Abang, do have somewhat of a difficulty in defending the first point, as is of course the Volskaya tradition, but more so than not, especially if you're not teams like FES and Abang, it's hell to actually get the first point. And I don't know, Volskaya might not be to the favor of Connect here, because we do see them really struggling in these back and forth scenarios, and it does really hurt your mental, especially when in a map like this. We'll have to see how they kind of interact with it. I would want to see maybe like a left flank, but with the Symmetra
You've been the biggest fan of that.
I want to
just
see
because
it, man.
10 seconds on that TP. Fine, sure, go for it. I've seen some Symmetra Junker play. That's been the thing in the group stage. But hey, it's time to find out what's gonna be going on, as we are gonna be getting into Volskaya Industries, and here we are. It's Abang on the defense. We got the side of Connect Gaming on the attack instead. And hey, we'll look into this one, because from what I've seen so far, is Abang Connect Gaming have been able to full hold a few players here and there. But in terms of the tempo of this game, it really feels like Connect Gaming just has a bit of a timer issue. That they can actually win a fight but it takes them longer than A-Banks. And if we see that as basically the mission and the meta of this map so far, then you'd say that this can be a back and forth, but A-Bang will always have that time advantage. But it seems like for Connect Gaming, they're going for a little bit more of the comfort pick, because Bad Aim is going to be playing that Widowmaker, and he isn't Bad Aim at all. Mr. Mihawk here just looking to show on up. So it is going to be the Sigma and the Roadhog. The Sigma shield, sure, it has been neutered, but it doesn't matter because it's all about that damage right now. And A-Bang will be meeting them in pitch combat, and they will have to adjust their strategy accordingly, because that's a lot of damage, Mr. Asteroid, from the side of Connect Gaming. And one right now trying to find a few targets to go for the hack and go for the EMP charge. But with a composition like this, it's not going to be as easy as it should be.
Were you memeing with that's a lot of damage? I don't know, guys. But anyways,
Yes,
Mangalangjai was able to shut down the Zenyatta here, and it seems like after that, A-Bang was like, yeah, we're just gonna keep on the push, keep on the offense. Well, this is the thing, though. You do say that, you know, Bad Aim is definitely not akin to his name. He has great aim as well, but you know that A-Bang, they've done this matchup time and time again, so all they gotta do is play to the distance. But it seems like CQB, he was going for the aggressive, you know, Battle Lucio strats there, and he will get caught out with a nice little hook coming out here from KSG, maybe opening up onto the first point, and now immediately Connect Gaming take advantage, and they're capping this one. Not sure if A-Bang will try to really force their way here, as it's a really long walk from spawn to the first point, and maybe, just maybe, Connect have gotten themselves a free pass onto this first objective.
You think so, right? But you might be wrong here, Mr. Asteroid, because look at that, A-Bang is waiting for it. And we've seen this before from them. They want to go for contest by around the 90% mark, but someone needs to touch, and A-Bang will be able to get there at the last moment, but Crazy S has already fallen, so already the strategy for A-Bang here falling on apart. Will it still be enough, though? Nico going for the shot. Shaolin, though, gonna get torn apart by the Hull Hog, and immediately Connect Gaming says, another good start for us. We'll take that, thank you very much. And Nico and Bad Aim just going for the crossfire, but A-Bang, luckily for them, they will be able to get the opportunity to go for the faster respawn. Crazy S already moving over to the Roadhog. We got Mangalangjai here with the Ana, and it seems like this Ana is a last-ditch effort to try and shut down the tank line here. A quick little body grenade onto the anthill. Huge favors there for A-Bang later on.
Whenever we see Connect Gaming, it's always Nico. I mean, in terms of the highlights, right? We always see Nico here in Volskaya Industry. This is his domain, but Primal Rage activated from Nexus once again, but he will not be able to push out his oppressors as it does take him out. Look at that one, though. Nice little micro step-ins there, able to actually teleport back onto safety before he got overwhelmed by KSG's Roadhog. Now gonna go in, EMP activated here, right in the middle of the pack, and we'll see if they're gonna be able to take him down one by one. Yes, they shall. And Shaolin and Mangalangjai have done the damage, and they have finally thwarted the momentum here of Connect Gaming, but not before they lost a little bit of the percentage, or 1/3 of their second point.
Yeah, single tick taken there by Connect Gaming, but it really goes to show they couldn't just snowball onto the point itself. A-Bang with those faster respawns after losing the first point, plus the fact that they are running composition that they can just hide on the sides, and Connect Gaming were looking for pickoffs that they couldn't really get on the fly. But right now, they still have a lot of damage here, Mr. Asteroid. Still, no more memes aside, because this is the McCree and the Ash showing up with the Deadlock Gang, and with the Zenyatta in, so the Discord Orb can really go in for the shots or two. But Shaolin and One, they're gonna be on the Sombra Tracer. It's all about a little bit of the dive. That's why Nexus is still on that Winston. Crazy S, though, wants to go for duel against KSG, but KSG has been just popping off with a hook, good sir. And here we go with Ass right now, bringing in the Flux, and it's gonna be Bad Aim also catching out Shaolin along the way. Ass using that Flux, though, to get to the second floor, and Connect Gaming is taking a lot of spots away from A-Bang, but the Nano Monkey is here, and now the electricity coursing through his veins, but the Hull Hog is just gonna be enough. Here comes Crazy S right now with the castle, but the Transcendence is there, but the anti-heal is even bigger, and Crazy S will eventually get that kill. Pulse Bomb now gonna be at the play. Nico gonna be going over back for the Tracer, and Connect Gaming desperate to try and get this point, but they are still not gonna be able to do so far, even though Nico is back with a vengeance on the Tracer. That's gonna be one right now, going for the hack, and you know what a non-mobile Tracer is, Mr. Asteroid. It's a dead Tracer, and A-Bang will defend again.
There is a good trade of kills here, but The way Volskaya is built, especially on the second point, you can't really just go for the trades and hope for the best. It's going to be all about overwhelming and basically wiping out more than half of the defending team here. And that is where Connect Gaming is having difficulty, because A-Bang have done a fantastic job at spreading themselves evenly around here. In terms of defense, one is founded onto the side, but he's not disabled, so he's going to be able to at least go back, teleport, and once again, he has found himself a really nice position here onto the side, hacking onto the Diva mech, and that is just a slap in the face. De-meching ask is more than they can really ask for, no pun intended. One still has the EMP, and he's high above ground, so if they try to push it onto the side, unless it can take out one, it's gonna be a death sentence for Connect Gaming. Nice little shot there from bad aim, and it seems like Nico has shifted up to the Tracer already, but this is, oh no, that's just filthy. Shaolin, he says no more. He's just gonna try to go for that spawn kill, and he does, and this is just making it hell and hell for Connect Gaming.
You know, you'd think, right, there's a little bit of paradise somewhere, but apparently paradise has been absolutely lost, and A-Bang right now is just destroying everywhere and anywhere they can. It really feels like they've taken a lot of map control here between the Sombra and the Tracer, and the Ana there from Mangutai also making a key difference. It's so easy, right? You go for the Nano Winston, and you just close your eyes and hold that left click, and you're good to go to chase everyone down, but in the meantime, Connect Gaming, the problem right now is they're just unable to really play their McCree and their Ashe to the best degree. They're running the Lucio and the Moira. They do want to go for the push, and Nico finally catching out Shaolin, but Crazy S is there to get that counter kill, and the EMP from one gonna be only to get one, but it doesn't matter because A-Bang has already gotten the fun. Look at how they're going for the dive again. KSG though has been the star of the show on that Roadhog, but unfortunately this show has a new protagonist, and it is A-Bang again with another divey jump. They are always about getting in the face of the opposition between the Sombra, the Tracer, the Lucio, as well as the Winston, and then the Roadhog and the Ana just stroll on and get a few takedowns here and there, and A-Bang is happy to call it a fight.
20 seconds left onto the clock. Definitely no more time for Connect Gaming here to even try to think about what they can do. Just go in. But the big thing about that is A-Bang, they're highly charged. Look at their ult meters. It's gonna be going wild here. Crazy S though, he's gotta go around. Oh, he falls to his demise. This could be the opening that what Connect Gaming are gonna be looking for, but CQB finds Nico in the midst of it all. And KSG is gonna activate the whole hog. Okay, let's see what happens. EMP activated. Slap into the face. And one, bad aim though, destroys one's teleporter, but oh my god, Crazy S! He was in the spawn of the defenders. What can you do? And it is just pandemonium here as of the moment. One activating, another one once again, slapping the faces of Connect Gaming, and they just say, second point, never gonna be yours, never gonna give this up, never gonna let you down. You know, turn around and side you.
Run around on that site, right? And never desert you. And they never did desert it, that's for sure. They did go for the push.
Exactly.
But at the initial part, it was the sound barrier there, then the EMP to wrap it all up on Silver Panther. It really goes to show that A-Bang, they have all these ultimates to use, and they don't just blow their load basically, they just go for it. They just don't go for the full-blown extreme ultimate usage. It really feels like it's all about playing so very patient, and that's what I love to see here from Team A-Bang. They really make sure that they have everything they can in a responsible package. Just like when you're snacking, right? You don't want to eat your whole bag of chips.
Yeah.
You want to have a few. There's portions, there are some snack sides here and there, and you are very happy about all of that. And it really goes to show that don't worry about it. A-Bang has got you on this one.
I mean, you know, not looking at the game, but that chip thing. It depends on the chip. If it's like maybe the Lace, you know, the OG flavor, I'm good with that. I'm good with that.
Sir, I'm a barbecue man right there, but you know, you gotta say, A-Bang, these guys are absolutely responsible about this, and this is what has been the difference right now between the two teams, in all honesty.
Yeah.
It really feels like for A-Bang that they always have these ultimates online when they need them the most. It doesn't vanish. It's not like the Avatar right there. You don't have to wait 100 years. And the thing about it is, you know, that 100-year statement, it takes them like a minute or less, and that's really good to hear, because I feel like for A-Bang, they have one of the highest win ultimate charge percentages in the whole tournament so far, because we've been seeing some very quick ones there between One and Shaolin, Crazy as the next CQB, especially Mango Jai. You know, that whole team, these guys are on that top percentage from what I've noticed, especially as we've seen from the Moira of Mango Jai. But right now, A-Bang deciding to run the Zenyatta instead. So this is going to be all about damage here, Mr. Asarai. And how many times do we have to just go for flex save here, as this is going to be Connect Gaming, though, backing on away. I like the movement between Bad Aim as well as Nico. They're trying to make sure the crossbar is still going to be into play, but they do have to back out, and Shaolin up, popping off and popping heads. This is the Tracer getting to so far. Crazy S gonna be there as well, and they're looking for the tick. Connect Gaming, though, trying to go the one away, but Bad Aim, he can't aim onto anyone. That's being so very pesky, and this is just A-Bang now gonna be able to get the capture pretty steadily there.
That was fast. I mean, not as explosive as Connect Gaming, but you have to give so much props to Shaolin. A-Bang, they just played to another degree here, you know, where it seems like Connect Gaming, they're looking at one angle, but A-Bang is just like, we have 3 more angles for you guys to worry about, and if you can't deal with all of these, you're basically just gonna falter. And with players like Shaolin and Juan at the driver's seat for A-Bang, it seems like that's always gonna be what's gonna happen here. Now Transcendence is gonna be activated here for now A-Bang, and all they gotta do is really just break one half of the control point here, and they basically got into the bag. Shaolin's gonna be able to overwhelm, but KSG and Nico, they were able to slip through the cracks and actually find 2 members of A-Bang here. So maybe A-Bang's gonna take a little bit of a breather right now, because they're losing members left and right. And Shaolin, oh no, you just gotta hook that Tracer and just back away, because yeah, lost his life. Alright, I was gonna say, I don't know what I was gonna say
He's
there,
dead. You know, even if you have time travel, if you're dead, you can't make yourself undead. You know, maybe later, Miss Ass, right? But what I saw there from Team Connect Gaming is that was absolutely huge for them, because not only did they defend, it was also they prevented that one tick from being taken, because it really feels like here, if A-Bang takes that one tick, it's gonna be so much easier for them. But here we go with Shaolin, Bad Aim getting one apiece. We'll see though if the defense can actually hold on for a little bit more. Self-destruct gonna be into play. Crazy S catches that Bad Aim, but Shaolin has already fallen, and maybe one can force things out after the hack onto Nico. And here we go, he gets in position and catches out both Ask and Necomate. Absolutely huge. Sees the Lucia up in the air, doesn't care, gets that takedown. There we go, another hack trying to prevent that sound barrier from coming, and Necomate is just so far off anyway. CQB will get that kill. KSG though in the meantime trying to go for the whole hog, but pushback is there. Beautiful hook though, and KSG out of nowhere, he is just going fishing, but the sound barrier is here. Nico now with another big EMP, but are the targets gonna be enough? Are gonna be seeing Connect Gaming still have enough people to go for the counter play? We have CQB and Shaolin though popping off and popping heads as well, and that Lucio just really zipping on around with jet sets and ready to go. But still, this is gonna be the Moira right now, keeping on alive. Mango Jai needs to survive here to get the coalescence again and again, and here comes the beams crossing over 9,000 gameplay here, and now it's time to see if this steady stream of A-Bang can actually keep it up. But Ass is gonna be able to get one back, and A-Bang is still in position here. As right, they are not letting up. Look at Connect Gaming go, and this is what 2CP is all about. But here comes the pulse bomb. Here we go with A-Bang again, getting the advantage. CQB looking for a chase. There we have the D-Mech onto Ass, and can A-Bang actually do it? They are gonna be cleaning up the Tracer, and they are just a little bit away from getting this tick, from getting the point itself. But a sound barrier right now from Necomade, and there we have the Doomfist gets the punch on out of nowhere. This is just non-stop action so far here, Asarai.
The brawl involved Skya is just never ending, and yeah, you said it already, this is this prolonged team fight right now. How many minutes have we been looking at this back and forth struggle? A second coalescence has already been popped out from the attacking side from A-Bang here, and okay, A-Bang, Crazy S has actually shifted up to the hamster wrecking ball, and with the, oh my god, with the minefield, he actually pushed everyone back. No one was on the side, and that is gonna be GG for map number 2. Well, Skya taken by A-Bang with I would say a convincing victory.
Yeah, been very convincing there, and it really just goes to show that how they adjust on the fly really has been the difference maker there. They went back to a bit more onto that Lucia Moira, and it worked out a lot better for them in terms of sustain. A while ago though, on on the A point, it really feels like hey, we're gonna run the Zenyatta, we're gonna try to get some quick pickoffs, and it was a very long chase, right? We saw Bad Dave going up and down and up and down. It's like he was just stuck on the bungee
Yeah.
over there, but in the end, Connect Gaming did put up a really good fight there on to point B, especially with a first part defense, but you could really see that with a staggered gameplay like that, when we have to keep casting action over and over again for over a minute, you already know that in a match like this, eventually the storm will not be weathered. And A-Bang, these guys are a force of nature, and they take a 2-0 lead.
They do, and it's just again, A-Bang with such a domineering way of how to play this game, and right now you're just seeing it underneath you guys. A-Bang with a second game win already, and since this is the best of 5, I believe they only need one more game to be able to close out this this semifinals. Wow,
That math
so
checks
A-Bang
out.
really. Oh, thank you. Wow, I know my math, right? My basic math. But again, just going back to the brass tacks at hand, it seems like Connect Gaming, they have the right stuff. You see it, or you saw it already on Lijiang, you saw it on their attack inside of Volskaya, but they're missing that extra little oomph to be able to just break out at A-Bang. And I think that one oomph is being able to figure out how to deal with players such as Shaolin and Juan, who is basically solo attacking a 1v3, a 1v4, and still surviving.
Yes, sir. And we'll be checking out a few things here and there from the last match over there, but it really just feels like that's just A-Bang again, showing us why they are that top team. But hey, let's look into this one. What is going to be happening here? Woo! And and guys, I just want to say that before we go over for a quick little break, there is a giveaway going on, and then we'll see you guys in just a bit. Just fill up that form.
He wants to put himself out backward.
Because we all just died, and overtime counter is ticking down. We're running out of time. The game is about to be lost, but one of our tank gets an amazing touch on the point. We're able to rush back into the fight, and then I'm able to take out one healer, and then another healer. And before you know it, pew pew, we're chewing through their tank line. I managed to turn into Ash. Now I have all these new abilities. I throw in my dynamite, I get a bob, and before you know it, their entire team is dead on the floor. By then, we've secured an impossible win. Moments like that are why I love Overwatch. Because even when everything is stacked against you, if the team comes together and everybody supports each other, you can absolutely turn the tide. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to see more videos like this, head over to playoverwatch.com.
On Surge, easy for him, easy for his teammates, and that was just quick and clean coming out from the Zarya player of Connect Gaming. Incredible damage, incredible presence of mind to use that at the perfect time to get his teammates that victory. Immediately going in onto the next one is going to be Far East Society's Sagi with the Echo as well. Of course, he's going to be able to mimic that Genji quickly with a great Dragon Blade play, but immediately goes into Jaco's Death Blossom. Okay, we see you, Jaco. We see you. You're doing incredible work as well. And of course, Sagi's not done. He said, Jaco, get out of this highlights. We got this one again with a big EMP coming out from his Sombra plays as he was able to disable everybody from Battle Angel right then and there. And Sagi, he's not done just yet. Rips it out through the Transcendence, but he is denying the Deadeye from that McCree. And there you have it, the Overwatch Ace highlights from Week 1. Be sure to come back next week for Week 2 highlights here at Overwatch Ace 2020.
We're back, DZ, in the caster's booth. This time, though, for Overwatch Ace 2020. Yes, the Southeast Asian Championships that you've all been waiting for. We know you've seen it on social media, and you might be surprised. Wait, what happened to Dak and Asarai? Well, right now you're getting Harold and Diego Z. Schedules are a little strange, but you know what? We're here to entertain you. DZ, how you doing this fine afternoon in Asia?
I'm doing great, Harold. For a while, you did give me kind of a heart attack that one because I didn't think you knew we were starting because you're turning around. But again, you know, knowing you and casting you for the longest time, you always give the most amazing entrances and surprises. But you know, the teams now, Connect Gaming and A-Bang, are going to give us best surprises for this semifinals third map.
That's right, DZ. We just saw A-Bang take 2 maps back to back. It's been impossible, almost impossible, to take a map off of A-Bang. They've only conceded 4 throughout the tournament. They are, of course, an invited team. Before we get more information about A-Bang, or Abang, or Abang, or Gosh Dang, because they're just so good, we want to tell you guys to check out the social media of our lovely, lovely hosts. And we're also going to have graphics in your face in just a little bit. But of course, check them out. Twitter at Overwatch Path to Pro. And on Facebook, Blizzard Esports TW, because it's Taiwan. Let's check out the graphics as they pulled up, Diego Z. The matches were intense and fast and furious. The Lijiang Tower going to the very end. And of course, Volskaya Industries with a little tick here and there. What did you think of those matches?
Man, those matches were really intense. One of the highest levels of Overwatch play I've seen in a long time. You know, Connect Gaming, they were doing so well. They were doing so well at the beginning, and they're kind of trickling down towards the end because A-Bang, you know, they have a very patient way of playing. They're very patient when it comes to capping the point, when it comes to going in at the right times, and of course, ult economy. They're really good when it comes to that. So that's why they are coming out in the top. And I guess that's why they're currently the highest seed without any losses to boot as well. So, you know, this next one on Watchpoint Gibraltar, it could be that A-Bang gets the advantage on this one, but I cannot wait to see what Connect Gaming can pull out of their socks for this one.
I wholeheartedly agree, my partner, but you know what? Anything can happen in Overwatch, and we're hoping we get taken a full 5 map set because this is a race to 3, and there's a lot of money on the line. We're just waiting for the teams to pick their heroes because we know what the map is, don't we, Diego?
Yes, it's going to be an escort map.
Now.
Yeah,
yes.
For Watchpoint Gibraltar, one of our favorites.
One of our absolute favorites. Line of sight, restricted here and there, but you know what? The elevation, the activation of Ultimate are going to be key. I'm curious to see how many plays are going to be considered for play of the game, Diego, because as we've seen with A-Bang, they know how to push for ult economy. They know how to be patient and drive things home.
Yes, and exactly. Of course, if you look at the way the map is designed, like you said earlier, a lot of elevation, a lot of twists and turns and curves, and this map has been here since the OG of Overwatch. So everyone knows this map. A lot of the viewers at home know this map, and the players especially are gonna use every corner to their advantage. Even if you're good at aiming, even if you're good at all that, positioning is key. And here we go, Harold.
We're gonna dive right into the map as the teams are getting ready to engage. 10 seconds left as we see the team on attack prowling. Actually, we see the team on defense, Abang, prowling and ready to go as Nico, Bad Aim, KSG, Ask, Waka, and Necomate of Connect Gaming look to push this payload all the way to the very end. DZ, what do we have to look for right now?
Well, what we're gonna have to look for right now is that, of course, Connect Gaming they're gonna start definitely. The point that you want to do is get the payload right below the bridge, and that's when things really start to get crazy. Like what you can see here is that A-Bang is perching right on top, right on the bridge, because that is the point that you need to control.
That's right, we're on board with Blue right now. The Ash for Abang. There's gonna be a little duel here, DZ, as Blue gets a couple of body shots on the way. Right now, it's a little contentious because the teams are split. We're seeing the DPS and the healing on, oh my gosh, a little split here as, we see a little dive, a little recovery. Diego, a little war of attrition going on right now. No one wants to make the first move. No one wants to be the first one to die.
Yeah,
and as I say that, Nico gets picked by Blue.
Yeah, it seems like A-Bang is getting the right picks here. Connect Gaming do not want to go into the point or into the main area without a full team. They've got two eliminations, people eliminated already, so A-Bang is in a very good position right now. Plus, they already have almost half their ultimates already charged.
That's right, Diego. The hard work has been a little bit done here because the payload has gone further than that bridge. But you know what? Right now, it's going to be difficult to move onto that point for Connect Gaming because A-Bang or Abang have their positions all set. They are widespread. It's going to be hard to focus on one side of the map lest they be picked off one by one. DZ, still contentious right now. No one wants to make the first move.
Like we said earlier,
The cast is currently in full effect as Waka picks Mango Jai. And, the easy res from CQB because of the high ground, unable to capitalize with Connect Gaming. And Nico from behind, surprised by Juan, and the pulse bomb goes off, but it's not needed. Ask now diving in. They smell blood. Connect Gaming needs to make a move.
All right, that was a good pick off from A-Bang. Again, very patient gaming. Connect Gaming trying to look for the initial pickups, but they can't seem to. With the defense of A-Bang right now, they look like to be in a very good spot. With Bob getting dished out right now, it seems like A-Bang is still on a good point, while Connect Gaming are still struggling to push the rest of the payload forward.
That's right, Easy. Bob there, put out by Blue the Ash, hoping to get a little contest going for Abang as they regroup. Connect Gaming so close to that first checkpoint, but right now they're fighting in this corner, and the self-destruct comes out here from Ass, gets nothing except for a little zoning. Juan getting double picks off screen, and you know what? Nexus just says hello and goodbye on that Primal Raging Winston.
So close yet so far. Connect Gaming almost got it just by a smidge, just 0.18 meters right before the point. Well, of course, I don't think that's a real measurement in the gaming measurements. They have probably a different measuring system in the Overwatch realm, but so close nonetheless. Connect Gaming is right now setting up at the perch of the bridge, while A-Bang, well, we can see Juan here, hell, going for the... He does have a pulse off, will maybe to stick it, and yes, they got to stick it on the Diva, but ends up getting KSG killed. Good play from Juan of A-Bang.
That's right, DZ. The tanks of Abang almost fully prepared for that launch, but right now Connect Gaming do have a slight advantage, not just with the spawn points, DZ, but with their positioning as well, as we see them take the first checkpoint, pushing the payload down towards the second phase. The hangar is going to be difficult for Abang to recover at the moment because Connect Gaming have all the momentum.
Yes, they do. Right now, Connect Gaming are in such a good position where they, like you said, they have finally managed to get past the first point, and now they're here trying to set up in order to gain the height advantage over A-Bang, because the walk back is very far.
That's right, Diego, and here we go. The pulse bomb stuck once again. Nico, this time trying to get the Winston, and finally does with a little help of the Mercy and the Discord Orphan Zenyatta. Blue picking off Nico, though, and right now, it's looking really good for Connect Gaming. Abang have no answer. A head click, or a body click this time by Bad Aim. Again, double boosted for the extra damages. Unbelievable play so far.
I was wondering right there when Nico took out the Winston. How did he get up there on the top? He can't jump. I missed that. I completely missed how he got up there.
That's right, DZ. With Tracers, you blink and you miss it. And here we go. Another spread out engagement throughout the hangar. People on the jets, people on the ground. But Benny is nowhere to be found. Nico and Ass clearing out Abang. And right now, our tournament favorites are looking like tournament weaknesses, because unbelievably, Connect Gaming have started to connect. This is what we've been waiting for the past two maps. KSG looking like the dominant gorilla in this fight.
Oh man, he's chasing down the other gorilla, and yes, the dominant primate, or scientist if you will, has managed to take out Nexus. KSG on that one. Right now they have 2 minutes and 30 seconds to push the rest of the payload to the end. A-Bang right now is kind of in a tight spot. They didn't do so well in on the second point. Maybe the third might be the time where they can stop Connect Gaming's progress.
This is difficult, DZ, but as I say that, Mango Jai gets a pick on Bad Aim and Crazed as well. Both supports now looking like they're struggling here for Connect Gaming. This is a quick turn of events, DZ, as the momentum has shifted now towards the way of Abang.
Right. Yes, that is absolutely right, Harold. And right now, if you can, just by looking at the ultimates that everyone has.
No,
Oh my God.
Dizzy, I'm
Oh!
going to interrupt you because Juan just found the hiding Nico and put him to sleep. Please continue with what you were saying.
I will continue. Yes, as I was gonna say, the next clash is gonna be quite the doozy because both team, Connect Gaming has about 5 ultimates in their arsenal just to use, while A-Bang only has a Pulse Bomb and and of course the Primal Rage from Nexus. So we're gonna see where this one goes, how Connect Gaming is gonna utilize the ultimates to their maximum capability, and a head click from Connect Gaming to even the odds. Mango does take out kind of Bob, so their 7th man is out, so to speak.
That's right, DZ, and we see KSG now trying to make space for his team and successfully doing so. The self-destruct as well from Ask, paying dividends, not getting any kills, but does manage to separate and zone out some of Abang. Now the Transcendence is forced, and we're forced to see a lot of action all throughout the map. Mango Jai gets a pick on Nico earlier on, but KSG finishes off Mango Jai. Abang now fast and furious, filling up the kill feed. CQB getting the res on Mango Jai, and right now it is looking extra contentious. We don't know which way this match is gonna go, Diego.
It's gonna be very hard right now. Again, since Connect Gaming does have some people still coming out of spawn, while A-Bang is just right there on point to set up. And right now they're set up pretty well. They have the right composition to do this. While KFG goes on to fight over D.Va on the top as well. He does have a Primal Rage to use in case things get weird. But again, if you look at the ultimates right now, A-Bang does have the ults getting dished out right now, and Blue still has Bob in her arsenal. So while Mercy CQB does have her ultimate engaged.
That's right, Diego. Oh my word. A-Bang now getting the upper hand with less than 15 seconds to go. They have not much time to regroup and push because A-Bang are large and in charge. The Primal Rage from Nexus, no monkey business there, paying full dividends. And right now, KSG has to make a big play for himself. The Bob comes out, but KSG gets melted almost immediately. Diego, it's not looking good for Connect Gaming as one by one they fall to the Pulse Bombs, the Leaps, the Divas, and the Mechs. What are we witnessing right now? Is this going to be a full sweep from Abang?
You never know. We're gonna see what happens in that one. As you know, and the tides for this map can change at any point. I've seen maps get stalled in the 3rd point, like we just saw with Connect Gaming. They got stalled in the 3rd point of this map, but you never know. Maybe it could go the other way. Connect Gaming might be able to stop A-Bang's progression at the 2nd point, at the hangar portion of this map. It has happened because that map, at least just for personal experience, that part of this map is the hardest for me. So if they can do it, then I definitely see a map 4 for this match.
Diego, as we walk through the hangar of death, we know what Abang has to do now. Push it all the way past where Connect Gaming last left the payload, that little floaty carty shippy thing that each team must push here on Watchpoint Gibraltar in order to win. That's why it's called an escort map, because you're escorting that payload, that cart, all the way to the very end. And with Connect Gaming falling short of all 3 checkpoints, Abang, while they have their work cut out for them, doesn't have to do as much as they should. How, Diego, can Connect Gaming recover from this? Momentum is fully in A-Bang's way.
I think it's just gonna come down to, you know, who can make the better plays on this one. Like I said, this is a very familiar map. I believe that even though A-Bang may seem like the better skilled team, you know, Connect Gaming is quite a skilled team on their own, and they did phenomenally. Even though they didn't manage to get to that 3rd point, that's still as far as a lot of people can actually go.
That's right, DZ. As we watch Nico on defense now, this Tracer blinking left and right, trying to bait out the other Tracer into a duel, and it looks successful, but I feel like Juan is going to be a little wiser than that in this next engagement. Right now, we have no sight of the payload, but I have been told that it's moving readily and willing underneath an Ask, finally recognizing that, and both tanks on each team have engaged.
Yeah, definitely. A-Bang doing like before. They're always going with the patient plays. As you can see, what they only did there was they pushed with only just 2 tanks secretly. Well, if you notice as well, none of the healers, none of the DPS were in sight. If anything, they just waited. Again, waiting for Connect Gaming to make a mistake and looking for the pickoffs, which hasn't happened yet, though.
DZ, a couple of head clicks in a row by Blue would have spelled disaster for the other team. But a lot of healing going on there as Mango Jai gets a pick on KSG, and so does Nico in the back line on CQB. Right now we're on board with Juan, and as we can see, the duel of the fates! It's Anakin versus Obi-Wan, but
I
we're
guess
gonna back off a little bit there. And I apologize, I know the Star Wars fans are saying it was Darth Maul and Obi-Wan, not Anakin, but it's all right, people. We see two masterful tracers in play at the moment, and that's all we can care about for the moment. Diego, Abang, again, playing it patient. They know they have a lot of time in the bank.
Yeah, I love what Juan always does. He manages to find his way to the back line of Connect Gaming all the time, and there it goes. He doesn't manage to get anyone with that pulse bomb, but the thing is, Connect Gaming is still good on terms of well, I take that back right now. They're getting eliminated one by one from A-Bang. A-Bang, again, with those patient plays and a great distraction from their DPS Juan.
Ooh, and the self-destruct, mainly for remaking purposes there, Diego, because I don't know what what Ask can do that'll stop A-Bang any longer as they make their way towards that first checkpoint. Ask's mech is eliminated on our screen, but you know what? It will not matter in the long run because the Transcendence is forced. The res comes off as well. Great play there to stall out a little longer, but a double kill from the pulse bomb of Juan, winning that engagement, and I think Connect Gaming is going to have to regroup a little bit, Diego.
It's one thing to tag someone or anyone with a pulse on it, but to tag a Mercy and a Zenyatta with that, like with really small hitboxes, wow, what an amazing play from Juan there.
It was all a blur, Diego, but you know what? Sometimes when you stick it to a Mercy, they fly back to their Zen and take the death and punishment with them. A little appropriate here, but right now, Craze, remembering there's a payload to push and letting the rest of his team get the kills. It's all in the momentum. Yeah, as we keep harping on and mentioning throughout this match. As right now, the big ball of death has to retreat as the Bob also comes out. Another zoning alt masterpiece here from Blue. Right now, Connect Gaming just don't know where to go.
Yes, right now I agree. It's a great pick from KFC. Now it does have the proximity mines enabled around the payload right now. It's going to be a hard time for the rest of A-Bank to get on that and to defend. While Bob is also laying down the fire while Blue does take out that Bob from the opposing team.
That very same Bob was not long for this world, Diego. It's now bad aim. Hopefully he doesn't live up to his name. Oh, but he does get picked by Mango Jai, who's tasting pretty sweet right now on that Zenyatta. Nekomate getting the res, nullifying the pick. But Diego, right now, Connect Gaming, not looking good because of the dominance of Abang. The self-destruct coming in, getting nothing at the moment. Oh, and Craze going crazy. Mango Jai as well, as this Primal Rage forcing the rest of Connect Gaming to just take back to the spot.
Man, that was practically a team kill, even if it wasn't said. I could see that the whole board of red of Connect Gaming was wiped on that one. A-Bang might get to do this one. They have 3 minutes and 30 seconds to push it just even a bit more than halfway. So I'd say that A-Bang right now is in a very good spot, especially with Juan and Nico both have their ultimate, so it's gonna come to a point who can get the first picks, and the first picks have come down from Connect Gaming.
Oh, the positioning from Bad Aim there, excellent to say the least. But of course, Juan, another step ahead, as Bad Aim now has to do some work in order to get away from that pressure. And because of that, A-Bang are getting a bit of a push here. No Widowmaker to cover that front line, and now the Bob comes out. Robert is doing rude work, and here we go. Abang, Bad Aim getting a pick on Nexus, but Blue's Bob is just absolutely destroying this Connect Gaming team. And I think that's all she wrote. Once they clean up, yes, Bad Aim. And DZ, Abang move on to the grand finals here at the 2020 Overwatch Ace Championships, a cleanest of sweeps. Formidable foes, the Japanese side of Connect Game, Diego, but Abang, Taiwanese terrors, just too good, too fast, too strong.
Yeah, those were amazing plays from A-Bank's end. I thought they kind of struggled a bit on the second point in the hangar phase, but they managed to pull through completely and easily on the last phase. They still had 3 minutes in case anything went wrong. But of course, like you said, Blue performed phenomenally at that point, getting the right clicks, clicking the right heads. And just in case if that also didn't go right, I don't know if you saw this, but Juan was sneaking in the back as usual, being the tracer that he is, and had a pulse bomb ready if anything went wrong.
That's right, Diego. And as we saw earlier, pulse bombs can be a little tricky to stick. But once they do, those supports better watch out. That's why sometimes you have to have your diva ready with that defense matrix, whether it's an accident or not. The defense matrix can save lives. Diego, intense action from both Abang and Connect Gaming. Abang win the third game and move on to the grand finals, as we just mentioned. But one thing I do want to mention before we talk more about the Overwatch action that we just witnessed, Diego, people in the chat, we're going to go to a little break in just a bit. Don't worry yet. But when we do go to the break, when we do cut to that break, don't forget to check the chat because there are giveaways aplenty waiting for you. Now, back to the action, DZ, that we just witnessed. What were your highlights?
My highlight was that pulse bomb. Outright, that pulse bomb stuck on the characters with the probably arguably one of the smallest hitboxes. And of course, someone was very I think he stuck the Mercy with that one. So that was a good play from me. That was my highlight for sure.
Definitely. I agree. And you know what? What stuck out to me was the tank play. Oh, and we're going to see right now, Diego, that Abang, as we mentioned, have gone all the way through, only conceding 4 maps throughout. Oh, okay. Sorry, we couldn't hear that. Oh, we're back. I feel like we're back. But yes, DZ, the team has only conceded 4 maps throughout the tournament. I hear voices in my head, and sometimes I just gotta pause at the intensity when someone yells. And you know what, Diego? The intensity in the chat right now must be blazing after that furious match. Are we cut? Are we still here?
Yes. We're on.
We
can
here.
actually go on.
Oh,
we'll cut to break before we get to the next.
Oh, we're cut.
We'll cut to break till we get to the next one, folks.
Sorry, guys. The prod is a little weak. Yeah, I apologize for that. I just wanted to stall.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm on ball. Okay, here we go. We're taken down, and we knew somebody was going to try to touch. Who's left? So I'm left and I'm looking right. I see the Sigma. My hook's ready to go. It's right by the edge. Satisfaction of eliminations. One of the things that Overwatch does so well, something about I'll hit that perfect mite or that headshot. That audio cue of the elimination is that. That's that first cup of coffee, and then you just can't wait to get to it. You know, it's just a matter of, like, getting the boot down. It's the ball life. Thank you so much for watching, guys. We really appreciate it. You catch more videos like this at playoverwatch.com.
Hello and welcome to the Overwatch 2020 Championship. We have just wrapped 2, and we have some highlights here from our 8 teams. With 100,000 UN, these 8 teams are jockeying for to make it to the October play, with 5 of these teams from the open course and the remaining 3 from the rec in. Really goes to show that our competition is absolutely fierce here in the Pacific. But without further ado, let's get in and let's check them out. So here we go with our week 2 highlights, and we are ready. Rax looking to destroy this backline. Then will fall after the Mercy. Next on the late Vidya forced to dance for her life, but unfortunately Unknown will still be on the board here for FPS already. It's gonna be the monkey in the middle, that is Dom. The traits are working together. The lead can truly kill. The This gonna just grab the surge, gonna be in order, and just again here between the tag line. I feel Chenley can't make it. Xbox Lucio will also go for that sound barrier, but there to catch it out. And Effie looking to clean things up. They have just with the front line. They have destroyed every dream that Banana Bava had. And there is theirs for the taking. Speaking of control though, it comes to shine. They go for the EMP into that plaza for the Reaper, going for the Ash as well. Let's get away. Yes, he does. Never mind. Neck with the downtown kill, shuffling on. Speaking of the downtown shuffle, high time to get to the high ground, and Lethal behind enemy lines, bothering Ancient Assembled. Ash will fall. Next on let's get into the Zeke battle between the two, and eventually prove that he is a lethal weapon, and Watermelon Waddlers waddling to the point itself. One to be left behind though, as well as the rest of Jacob Bird themselves here on Elios. That lost available, and he catches out the far. You don't too often. He's looking for another kill though, and he's trying hard the deep there. They will go Mech Vital in the meantime, trying to go for the shot, but just able to avoid those shots and kills the dive here from Jacob Bird. Looking sublime. They will be able to this to be left behind the Watermelon Waddlers for the fight here on Anubis. They wanted to Reaper after his pickoff against Yuri. That at Mercy. Less healing here for Watermelon Waddlers. Care. Nano Blade in order. Lethal 2. One blade to bind them. And it really goes to show in the price of one. He's also making sure the other side looking favored thin against him. Rest of his team. Still though, it all comes down to this. Here for the side of Jacob Bird. Watermelon Waddler overtime push. And if Jacob Bird can hold this one out. Coalescence though in the ball already, and on the high ground, XR8 with the hit scan, and that is hit scan is such an integral role in Ace 2020. Speaking of hit scan though, you already know it is all about big sidelines here for the sidelines of success. Gonna be essential for Sino to get that, and oversees the tank line there to show week 2 has been high octane and gonna get the kill on the satchel. Big from the high ground, and they will wrap up the highlight to Plankton from above. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, your week 2 highlights. Which was your favorite? Which team are you rooting for to make it to the Ukes? Hit us up on the comments down below. Don't forget to make sure to check out next week another set of highlights here from the Over 2020 Championship.
Bird.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're tuned into the Overwatch Asia 2020 Finals. All right, it's a tournament of Southeast Asian proportions, and I mean that both literally and figuratively. We've got teams participating from every side of Southeast Asia and the Pacific throughout this tournament, and now we're here, Diego, in the final rounds. Right now, we're shoutcasting the semifinals, and we want to remind you guys to check everyone here at the prediction out at facebook.com/esportstw. And of course, on Twitter as well, Overwatch Path to Pro on Twitter. That's OW Path to Pro. DZ, we witnessed exciting yet one-sided Abang win before the break, and now we've got a rematch of epic proportions between Far Society FES and Daco Bird. You excited about this? I am.
I am most excited, good sir. Singapore versus Thailand. We're gonna see which of these two teams, Jaco Bird or Far East Society, who is gonna go finals of the Overwatch Asia 2020.
Diego, both teams in tension. We're gonna start off Ilios, selected by our higher ranked team, and as who watched the earlier stage of the tournament know, Far Society managed to pull out a win just about 3 days ago against Jaco Bird to get that higher seed, the second place throughout the group stages, Diego. And right now they've selected the control point map known as Ilios. What do we have to look out for?
Well, we're gonna have to look for that wishing well, or else anyone who falls in, we're gonna have to wish them well. I love Ilios, I love the boops,
Just
I love the pushes off and on the map, and that's what I'm looking forward to. Well, that's what everyone has to look out for, pretty much.
Most definitely. Look for some environmental kills, and when we say that, we mean characters falling off the map, either forcefully or by their own choice, and so much more action throughout. Easy, we're going to get a look at the lineups for the teams in just a smidge, but I am familiar with some of these Singaporean players, as me and one of our friends, Renzo Soros, casted a community tournament last year when was it last year? Had only been a year when Baptiste was released. I'm familiar with Sachok and Lil Rax, a good duo and a good team for Singapore, Diego, and a little experience in the Overwatch World Cup for them as well.
Yes, that is why actually, the names I saw on the roster was pretty familiar. Like, hey, I know this guy. Why does he look so familiar?
I've seen this name before, and he's really good. Common expression for the people in Southeast Asia, DZ, as they watch the Overwatch Ace tournament. I've seen that guy in my lobby. He's clicked my head a couple of times. I've seen that tank. He's shattered me so many times I can't walk anymore. My legs are jelly. It's all good until they're in your neighborhood and taking your ranked points. Unfortunate, but true.
That is definitely true, and I'm excited for this one. I'm definitely excited. I mean, by that alone, I could say they're the team I'm rooting for. But I'd love to see what Jaco Bird has to deliver to the table as well. How about you, Harold? What are your thoughts are going to be on this match?
DZ, maps. All these maps are going to be terrific. All right, they're going to be end-to-end action. We have a chance to go through all 5 games. We'll be casting first 2, and then we'll be handing the final 3 off. So hopefully we get end-to-end stuff, Diego, from control point start, assault, finish. I want to see every single tear shed, every blood spread, and every verbal confirmation of dominance asserted.
Yeah, can't wait to start, Harold. I got my water ready, I got my coffee, and I got my strepsils, so I can't wait to shout the afternoon away. What's next match? So here we go.
That's
again.
right,
Yes,
DZ. For the people who are just tuning
semifinal.
in, this is the second semifinal match. It is a best of 5, which means a race to 3 wins between Far East Society and Jaco Bird. It's going to be a good match. Singapore, Thailand, let's take you on a faraway destination of Overwatch action in a second. Diego, I'm excited for this one.
I am just as excited as you are. See the smile on my face? It's from end to end.
Is that Heath Ledger in Batman?
Yes, that is definitely him. But yes, here we go into Ilios. Oh no, not yet. We're
DZ,
going to the
before
roster.
we get into the map, we want to talk about the teams that we just mentioned. This is our Singapore contingent of the Far East Society. Lil Rax, Sagi on DPS, and so many more players. But on your screen right now are Jaco Bird, Teaser in support, Jaco himself on DPS, TXQ in support, Ainzo and Kalboon tanking up the front lines, and XRS rounding up our 2 damage dealers.
Yeah, definitely. I'm well excited for this one. And now I guess this transition means we're going to have this one soon. Didn't get a chance for a while to see the roster, but with the roster does come up for Far. You might have Little Rax, Sagi,
Jumo.
Sorry,
DZ, you were talking about the lineup for Far East Society. Once again, Sagi and Lil Rax on DPS, Satchuk and Plankton. Tank line, Zion Flux and Fearless, both taken out by Kalboon and Jaco in this opening interaction as Ace makes his way towards the point. DZ, early picks here on the side of Jaco Bird, establishing dominance in Far East Society, tail between their legs, having to roll away, but it's all for naught as Jaco Bird have farmed a little bit of their ultimates already.
Yeah, it seems like Jaco Bird has gotten the first one, of course. They have a great start. It's a great start for the first point of this match. And I think that kind of happened off screen. Ainzo got sleep targeted by Xeon Flux over at Far East Society. Well, Far East Society right now is prepping to push and to cap the point on the first map of Helios.
Easy, we got Satchuk and Plankton on the Hamster and the K-pop star. What can they do against these natural dive tanks of Ainzo, Kalboon, the Winston Diva?
As much as I like to see what they can do, I'm so focused on this dogfight between both fires and both teams, which is Jaco and Sagi. But of course, you can see here, once those enemies go down, once Sagi did get to the floor, Ace as a traitor managed to take them out. Again, Jaco Bird is dominating right here on the first map of Helios. They're already in 50%. I think Far East Society might be able to take it on the second one. Although they're gonna have a hard time, because if you can see the ultimates right now, Jaco Bird does have 3 ultimates in the bank, while Far East Society does have a duplicate from Sagi. We're gonna see how this goes.
Jaco trying to get a pick there on the Tracer, but instead helping Polly take out Sagi in the distance. Oh, and a far east rocket hitting Fearless and Xeon Flux as well. Now Ainzo cleaning things up with the Primal Rage on Lil Rax, and Jaco Bird continues to fill our kill feed with blue names. Diego right now, Far East Society and Jaco Bird, little one-sided. What does FES have to do to get back into this?
They're gonna need a miracle. Well, no, they're just gonna need to use their ults properly. Satchuk does dish out the hamster proximity mines, and I think that was not a self kill. Sagi managed to take Jaco out of the skies with the focusing beam. Right now, it seems like the Far East Society might be able to take this one in the last 99%. They already did. They managed. I think what they did there was that they used a Hammond. They zoned out almost all of Jaco Bird from the point in order to be able to cap the point at the very last second, Harold.
That's right, Diego Z. And Jaco Bird, not wanting to waste too many ultimates, allowed that to happen, tried to get FES to invest as many ultimates on their end as they could. And now Jaco Bird coming in with 2 ultimates of their own. Far East Society have 3 in tow, but at the moment, there's still a little time to build up some of these key abilities for all the Jaco Bird players as Pally gets his nano boost up now. And Jaco himself, once again with a dogfight here. But against Sagi, Ace one-on-one against Lil Rax. Lil Rax getting his health back up, but Ace cornered, managing to recall away. And now the action is all over the map as Ainzo taking out Xeon Flux Ana. Sagi, though, getting 2 picks on the flying duo of Jaco and TXQ. Lil Rax and Pally, and now, once again, Far East Society looking good on the point as the self-destruct is mainly there to delay and stall, but might have been wasted, DZ. They could have used that coming back in, Jaco Bird.
That's true. That is
true.
Right
Far
now,
East Society.
Right, those are key picks from Sagi over there from Far East Society. He managed to get Xeon Flux. He managed to get Fearless. He managed to get Jaco, who was dominating the skies as well. So that's a very huge advantage for them. Right now, you can see that Far East Society does have Proximity Mine and the Tracer Bomb, but I think it's been used. Did not get any kills, but Far East Society might have the advantage with Sacha again leaving the Proximity Mines over the capture point. Now Jacober's gonna have to just wait.
Oh,
no!
no
That's what we
look
said about
for
the
him,
environmental
Diego.
kills earlier, Harold.
No safety for the Wicked as they cannot rest here one bit. Kalbun, though, leading the charge for Jacobert. Can they take this back? Oh, he has his boosters still. The self-destruct going off, getting nothing but zoning. And right now, it's looking good for Jacobert. As Kalbun does get D-Mech, but the other D.Va gets sent flung off the map. Diego Ainzo shotgun and rolling here. As one by one, we see both teams drained of their teammates. Now it's heavily in the favor of Far East Society. Ainzo doing his best to stall here as Ace and TXQ managed to get back on the point, but right now Far East Society gonna run down the timer. That was only one round here of Ilios.
Oh my lord, that was a great comeback from Far East Society. 0 to 100 cap. At first, Jacobert seemed like they had the advantage with a 99, but Far East Society managed to cap the point back and bring it out from 0 to 100, winning the first map of Ilios, Harold. What an amazing play from Far East Society.
Absolutely spectacular from both teams. We got to see the strengths and weaknesses of either side. The dogfights were impressive in the air and on land. Lil Rex and Ace dueling it out on the ground floor as Sagi and Jaco, the Echo and Farah, trying to keep things interesting for us. But now, DZ, in ruins, sometimes we see a Widowmaker in the corner, sometimes we see Farahs and Echoes taking to the sky. Ace playing a little safer pick from Widowmaker, the Ash, sort of a sniper, sort of not. But at the moment, we're gonna see both teams make their way to the point. Who's gonna get this control point as it opens up in the next 9 seconds, Diego?
Yeah, that's true. I did notice though, I'm liking the fact that they're picking Echo for these maps. What you saw earlier is that Echo was actually a very viable pick against the Pharah, but because what was happening was that, you know, when you use a Pharah and a Mercy, that requires teamwork. But since Echo can kind of fly herself up on her own, you don't need 2 people in the sky. You don't need just one. And Sagi managed to deal with that. They dealt with the Pharmacy pick, which is right now why that's why Jaco is also picking Echo as well. But we're gonna see her, and just as we saw, Far East Society does manage to get the initial cap on this point.
You're talking about teamwork. Well, teamwork makes the dream work, as we just saw from FES as they took control of that point. Unbelievable plays there as we took on-board flight with Sagi. We saw him flying through the skies, helping out his teammates get the eliminations. And right now, Lil Rex in the back line, scaring the healers out of their pants. Tali and TXQ having to run away into the fray with the rest of their teammates. Lil Rex getting a bit of a tinnitus problem there from TXQ, and right now we see Sagi copying, duplicating. Can we see the Death Blossom? Here we go! One pick, and that's all he's gonna get. Is right now he's shredding the rest of Jaco.
Did he just get
great?
Did he just get 2 Death Blossoms in one duplicate? Oh my god!
DZ, your eyes do not deceive you. Sagi is a monster right now on that Echo.
Oh man, for those who like Soggy Fries, this is the player you gotta see. Soggy right now, dominating with that Echo.
No potatoes needed, Diego. This is all soggy, all wet, all dangerous on that Echo as Jaco looking to take advantage of this big EMP. The rest of Jacobert as well here. Oh, and the Death Blossom coming off from Jaco, but unfortunately not able to take any lives. And Far East Society once again looking really good on the point. Satchok was hacked on the side, which allowed Jaco to finish things off. Oh, and Plankton letting the self-destruct out, but to no avail. And one by one, DZ, Jacobert allowing Far East Society a little space to start, and now taking the point.
Yeah, it seems like Far East Society was put on the run for that one, but all they had to do was try to get the percentage as high as they can. I think they brought up to about 96% just before Jaco Bird capped it. So right now, Jaco Bird, it's their turn to cap this from 0 to 100. Maybe they can do it. They're the only ones right now who have ultimates. TXQ does have a sound barrier, and Calvin does have the self-destruct. So we're gonna see here if Sagi, who also has just got their ult, can make a difference, dominating the skies as a usual.
That's right, DZ. Calvin on that favorite diva of his. We've seen it time in and time out throughout this tournament. As right now, Sagi claims the form of Sombra. Can the big EMP be coming their way? Can't hold on to it too long because you only have so much to do. And here we go. The big EMP getting 4 players from the Jaco Bird side. But Jaco still pulling things through for his side as he gets an elimination, a good elimination on Lil Rax, opening up things to kill Satchok. Jaco now and the rest of the Jaco Birds trying to push Far East Society as far back as they can because they have quite a ways to go in terms of control, but things can change. Oceans rise, empires fall. DZ, what can Far East Society expect in this next push?
I am so amazed at that Hamilton reference, Held. Thank you for putting that in somehow. But right now, we see here that Ace is currently hidden in the back with a huge EMP getting 4 Far East Society!
Things up! DZ,
oh my lord!
Satchok, Xeoflux, Fearless 1 by 1, falling there.
I've not
to a
seen this
combo.
tactic in so long, delaying the Diva baby. Just there.
Oh,
Oh my word!
DZ, they still got the ult charge at the end with the finish. This is great. Keep it going.
There's still
teams.
10%.
DZ.
They still have a Lucio boost to get in at the very last percentage, but right we don't want to speak too early, but Plankton might put out a secret formula, so I'm going to call this out early in case he does do it, okay? Because he does have his ult, and Little Rax does have his ult as well, so we might see a last-minute comeback here for Far East Society.
Can he make Chum Bucket out of the Jaco Birds as another Death Blossom comes out from Jaco? Oh, sorry, from Lil Rax this time. And the big shatter getting not really that many. A self-destruct coming in here from Plankton. Nothing as well. Zoning ultimates keeping Jaco Bird off the point as we see this bird's eye view of the action. Diego, RE Society keeping Jaco Birds off the point, and right now, as things are contested though, both Warriors using the coalescences to keep their teams alive and trying to get picks as well. Killfeed slowly going the way of Far East Society. Xeonflux trying to top off his diva, goes behind a pillar. And right now, Diego, oh my gosh, the action is fast and furious, but also in the way of Far East Society. That's gotta be it. Unless, there is a last second touch. Aces
And a counter
coming in with an
EMP as well.
DZ, this is just
And so many
desperation.
flashes of
Far East
light, I
Society.
can't. I have to blink. I got my eye drops here, but so much is going on. Far East Society with an amazing comeback from almost losing that one to Jaco Bird, but in the end they managed to come back in the last second, pull off an amazing cap. Woo!
DZ, it looked really grim. FES at the start, but they pulled things around and took both rounds of Ilios in their favor. There was no stopping their end-to-end action. We were asking for it, and these teams are delivering.
Oh man, one after the other. I gotta point out, Harold. You asked me this in the previous match. Now I ask you, what was your favorite play from all the amazing things we saw just now? What was your favorite?
Buddy, you know what I'm going with. All right, duplicates are few and far between when I play, but this double Death Blossom rendering, elimination rendering double Death Blossom it's got to be my play so far in that Ilios round, Diego. You called it. You saw it happening as it went through numerous iterations, and I thoroughly enjoyed the big play.
Yeah, that was definitely my highlight as well. An amazing play by Sagi. For duplicating a reap, must be definitely dizzy from that double blossom. Amazing play. So I can't wait to see what's gonna happen for the next round now. If we saw it was just first match, I can definitely attest to what you're saying. I'm hoping for a 5-map game here. The people what they want, and I'm sure the players are gonna want the best out of this as well.
One more time. One more time. I can hear the chat now. One more time. One more time. We can get it if we pray, wish, hope hard enough, depending on what you believe in. DZ, I believe in miracles, believe in intense Overwatch action, with what we're getting right now. I've said it time and time again, Overwatch, the basketball of esports. You can pick up and play with your friends the weekend, but when you want to get down and dirty, you watch the best of the best. And that's exactly what we're getting here in Overwatch Asia 2020.
The best of the best. I can't wait to see more of this. What is the next map that we're going to be seeing again, Harold? We have played a troll map, but the next map, if I'm not mistaken, is going to be an assault map, correct?
Yes, no. We aren't 100 sure yet, DZ, but what the next is exactly, we're going to wait the decision. And here we go. We're going to see the brackets on screen. The map on screen right now. Temple of Anubis, DZ. TA for short.
So it is assault. Yes, sounds right.
Yes, it is assault, Diego. And Jaco Bird got to pick this one, being the defeated team on Ilios. What do you think they could pull out for this next round in order to guarantee victory?
Well, with the Anubis coming up, I think might have to pull off a lot of, hit scans for this, especially depending on who's on offense or defense. Yeah, again, it's high limited maps, but of course, there's a lot of perching points for snipers. So I'm guessing we're going to see a bunch of Ashe play here and a bunch of Widowmaker play as well. But you know what? Just for the heck of it all, I'd love to see McCree. Because why not? I can always use a cowboy, from the Wild West.
Who doesn't want a cowboy on their team? Yeah, who doesn't want a cowboy on their team? And I do want to bring up, last time these two teams met on Anubis, FES were able to take the round. So I feel like FES feeling very confident in this recovery pick for the next map.
I agree on that one. As you can see, both teams always bounced back in terms of capturing and just exchanging picks. Almost every time, all the action was right then and there. We didn't know where it was going to go. It could have gone either way. But either way, for this, I'm just hoping, again, we keep the level up, we keep intensity high, and give the folks what they came here for.
One more time. One more time. It's a race to three, people, in this huge tournament in Asia. And we're about to dive into the map, DZ. What map will we do?
Again, we're going to Anubis. And right now, it's 30 seconds for the teams to prep up. On defense, we do have Jaco Bird. They are sporting. They're sporting an Ashe. I called it again. They're sporting an Ashe with Ace on the hit scan. Well, on the other end, of course, we have Far East Society on assault. On assault, yes. So they can still. Yeah, that's true. That can still change. That can still change. It could
still change, but DZ, what doesn't change is the amount of money these teams are playing for, because the champions will render an extra $25,000 for their team. Second place goes $12,000, and $7,500 and $5,000 for third and fourth place. A lot of money being exchanged here in this tournament, and it's all worth the wait as we see both teams making their way onto the point, or as we see one team making the way onto the point, and Jaco Bird well set up here. We've seen this from Winston's in the Overwatch League and in different tiers as well, hanging out up top, ready to shock and awe as Ace drops down on that Ashe. Winston making his way to the point. Ainzo knows where this will lead. They don't want to pick a fight up in that crowded room. They don't want to get bashed and smashed, and they're going to take things on their terms.
Close call there from Pale, a bit held up in the back, but now slowly creeping in to heal the rest of the tanks who are coming in. Patience there from Far East Society. They did try to go in back. I don't know if you saw that earlier. They tried to go back with the Sombra, with Soggy coming in the Sombra, just to split teams, and now they're all back together. Well, Jaco eliminating the opposing healer, eliminating Lucio, and it seems like Jaco Bird are going to be able to keep things on the wraps for now.
That's right, DZ. It's Lil Rex trying to get a pick early here, but a Death Blossom already coming in, almost taking his life. Jaco, Ainzo looking really good in this early stages of Anubis. Diego, big picks there, warding off Far East Society.
Yeah, big picks right there. Even though they didn't manage to get the first pick on this one, it's still very viable for them to come back in the second or the third push with ultimates ready. And you can see Sagi. Sagi is definitely going to come in through the back. He managed to do it before. The EMP is about to come out with the Death Blossom and every other ultimate from Far East Society ready.
Easy, so much teamwork needs to be involved when it comes to an EMP getting kills, and hopefully we see that with Far East Society as Sagi has one primed and ready. Lil Rax aiming for the Death Blossom as well, but you know what, there's not that many people on the point as the EMP only taking out 2, even though Far East Society now taking control of point A. That's all she wrote, and we're gonna see Jaco Bird regrouping here on point B, Diego.
Yeah, that was a great EMP from Sagi there, getting 2 key targets. They got Calbon on the Diva, and they got TXQ on the Mercy, removing as much, heals as they could. One of the highest healers in the game, of course, and Calbon, a very important player and a very important tank role. Right now, we can see that Far East Society is going to the left side with. Okay, Harold, this next one is going to be great because you can see that the ultimate board is filled up totally. You can see that everything can go down to this next one. Absolutely.
Oh my word, and now we see that Winston leaving, but he gets walled off. Perfect play from Ace. Oh, but he does get his life taken by Lil Rax. Unbelievable. Unable to take advantage for Far East Society. And Jaco Bird now. Jaco Bird in shambles as the defense is on the way. Oh, Jaco picking up Winston here. Going full primal. Death Blossom on the point, rendering TXQ lifeless. It's looking really good for Far East Society. The self-destruct coming in, getting nothing but zoning. And right now, Far East Society already have 2 ticks plus more. And now Lil Rax demeching the Diva. 1 by 1, Jaco Bird trickles in DZ, but it's all for naught as they look to capture the point. May stalling here with the perfect timed ice block, but it's not going to be that effective as she is eliminated as well. This Lucio doing his best job to stall. TXQ saying bye-bye now, and 1 by 1, it's, oh my word, DZ. Can they turn things around? They need 1 pick. They don't get it.
That was a clean push to the second point by Far East Society. Man, the whole team backing up Lil Rax, getting pick after pick, Death Blossom after Death Blossom. Jaco, valiant effort to cap that one. They held it off for the longest that they could, but tripped down the line at the end. Now we're going to do a switch. We're going to see if Jaco, at this time, can push even faster than Far East Society. Right now we can see that Far East Society did it in less than in just over 3 minutes, 3 minutes and 12 seconds to be exact. Harold, what do you think Jaco is going to need to?
In their time bank, DZ.
Yes, that's what I meant. I said that's what I meant. But yes, Harold,
definitely.
What do you think?
I knew what you meant. I just wanted to make sure it came across.
Thank you very much for helping me on that one. I appreciate it, and I'm listening to you. So now,
I got you.
Harold, what do you think Jaco is going to need to do in order to push faster than Far East Society?
Easy, they gotta isolate those healers, take him out early, take him out hard and fast, because once Satchok gets healed back to full, it's lights out. Satchok playing very aggressively there, as we saw. Even though he leapt in and got walled off, the rest of Far East Society were still able to keep him there, keep him alive, and that's exactly what got them that second point in the first round.
Yeah, definitely. I love what they're doing right now, perching on this arch right now and looking to slam dunk it with Satchel. But he changes his mind. Instead, he's just looking for, just poking it from the point right there. And there comes a slam dunk from Satchel, rolling his way through the map with the rest of the team bombarding Jaco Bird as well. With Jaco Bird looking to go up top, Harold, and change the elevation and the pacing of this match.
Oh, but the Sombra is out of position, forced to translocate back, but Satchok is picked by Jaco out of nowhere. The Jaco Birds went to the top rope, and it paid off well for them. Right now, Far East Society split up. Oh, but so is Jaco Bird. They're forced all the way back, with Jaco asleep and almost finished off if it wasn't for Calbun. And easy Jaco Bird now, again, starting to get the picks, gaining confidence and momentum with every damage dealt, every life taken. And here we go, speedy as ever. Jaco Bird, 5 minutes and 50 seconds to take the second point.
Yeah, I'm excited to see this next push with Ace right now does have an EMP ready. We're going to see a huge play for this one. And right now they have 5 minutes and 45 seconds. A lot of time. But patience here is the key. Here comes the teleportation coming with the EMP coming on, taking out 3 Far East Society. Flying in the sky.
DZ Ace going in for the EMP with 80 health. The guts, the bravado of this man is unmatched. And right now, his teammate Jaco trying to make things work. But the defense from Far East Society holding steady. But right now, DZ, it's all even. Oh, no, take that back. Far East Society have defended the point.
They have defended the point, but that was a great stall from Sagi there. Despite the EMP coming out and getting half the team of FAE, Sagi just pulls out miracles right now. I can see it. Now we see the Jacober does have 2 ultimates. They have both their tanks. They have the self-destruct might come in, and so with the primal rage to screw things up just a bit while Ace is poking from the ceiling with Sombra. He can't get for it to get picked and manages to get out of dodge just in time.
DZ 21 health before Ace managed to get away. Right now his team could use a little help, but the self-destructs both coming in and not getting any kills. Sagi is hacked at the moment, not able to pull off anything in relation to that duplicate. He does have a Death Blossom now, finally able to use it, gets TXQ, and the momentum shifting once again back to Far East Society.
Yeah, it looks like, they have. Now it's 4 minutes left in the bank of Jacober. They are pulling a bit back, but you can see your Far East Society might be pushing as far as they can. I think they want to delay as long as they can. Oh no, take that back. They're retreating, getting a bit jumpy right there, getting too excited. But it seems like Far East Society is gonna take this, or they're gonna maybe trip along the way as well. We'll see.
They don't want to overcommit, DZ. They can't cash checks their bodies can't handle. All right, and right now, Ace with the EMP, lying in wait in the back line. His team inside, in cover. They don't see it coming, Diego. They don't see it coming. Here we go. Oh, only 2 people EMP'd, but Jaco making the most of it on that Reaper. Angel cleaning up.
Oh my lord! And what a wipeout on Far East Society. That is
this
a
has
clean
got to
cap
be
with
it,
that.
DZ.
And they got it!
It is 2 rounds down and barely even in terms of time bank.
Yeah, they did it fast by just 3 seconds. Just by 3 seconds. Like, wow, what intense plays here. No, practically the same, but damn, that was an excellent play from Jaco Bird. The EMP coming in, getting 2 of their characters, but Jaco, the Reaper, and Enzo as well. A complete teamwork we saw right there. Timing was everything. Far East Society was grouped together in that one spot, and they managed to pull it off. An amazing play by Jaco Bird.
I cannot stress how important teamwork is in a competitive tournament. We've seen teams throughout, like the Watermelon Waddlers, with heavy hitters like Caputo, taken out by teams like Connect Gaming, who have more coordination, who have more teamwork and experience together. And that's essential when it comes to a game of Overwatch, especially one played in a competitive setting. DZ, Far East Society, Jaco Bird, both have amazing chemistry between, or not between, but amongst them. And it's absolutely crucial they make the full use of that chemistry in order to get the wins here. Right now, on your screen, ladies and gentlemen, Far East Society up 1 map to nothing, and we're only on our 2nd. Diego, Sagi, stealth, cloaked, ready to bomb, and ready to make plays happen as he gets shocked to his core. He doesn't know what to do right now. He stays calm. And in his team, the rotation coming in here from Far East Society. They're staying together as much as possible, healing here to enable their full team to get on top. Right now, the hack coming off on the Winston, warding him away until he can get some heals. Sagi doing quite a good job of being a pain.
On the side of the screen, off cam, you can see that the DPS are doing some work now. Jaco Jake eliminating Little Rax's opposing Reaper. We got a mirror composition here, Harold. You can see who can dish out the best, who can outplay each other right now. You can see Far East Society is the one currently on point, and they have taken it. With a minute and 30 seconds left, this is the last push, second to the last, maybe or three, if things go their way, to see whether they can get the final
Far East
fourth
Society
point.
not waiting. They're trying to rush onto the point, but right now they've forced. Jacobert has forced them to be a little more patient. It looked like they were about to steamroll onto the point, but they realized that the spawn timers were not in their favor. Diego, I apologize for cutting you off. You deserve better than
It's
that.
all right.
Get your
It's all
time on
right.
the screen.
Apology acceptable. Enzo bringing out the Primal Rage, knocking the Lucio off his socks. And the rest of Far East Society as well, with Ace doing some work again, fisting out and meleeing the other Sombra. And some seems like Far East Society is going to get pushed off the point severely by Jaco Bird. Jaco Bird right now does have the advantage, and they do have an EMP of their own, but Ace is probably going to save it at the same time. And look at the ultimate screens right now. You look at your screen. Far East Society has an EMP as well. They have a Death Blossom, and they also have a Coalescence and Primal Rage. This next push is all or nothing, Harold.
Easy, they gotta be aggressive. Be aggressive right now with 20 seconds left. Counting it down. Let's see if they can combine once again that EMP with the Death Blossom that has proved so effective. Oh, the EMP coming in on Jacobert's side as they have a ton here. The Death Blossom killing one right after Jacobert finishes his counterpart, Lil Rax, and oh my word, Easy, do we have a rodeo on our hands? These Broncos are busting out the plays, and oh, Jacobert has firmly established themselves on this point. Self-destruct for good measure as the time winds down. Easy, round 3 complete, and FES looking like a smidge of a mess in the hands of Jacobert.
Yeah, Jacobert performed spectacularly in that last push. Far East Society got the initial, did have the ultimate advantage, but just that one EMP from Ace on Jaco managed to wipe out half of the Far East Society team. We're going to see it here, folks. 2 minutes and 3 seconds for Jacobert to get another 2 points. Harold, this is going to be one doozy, and I think Jacobert is going to be able to tie the game with this one.
I believe so as well, DZ, because I believe in close matches, and I believe in going the distance. 5 maps. We're calling it now. 5 maps, chat. Let's see it. 5 maps all the way. I want to see another close game. Once again, reminding the folks at home that the last time these two teams met 3 days ago, FES pulled out the win and managed to get this higher seed, but it was close. They won 3-2, and FES did take Temple of Anubis. So DZ, it's up to Jacobert to turn things in their favor.
It is, and here we go. About to start the match. Sagi dishing out the Echo here. Little Rax with on Tracer, Sashok on Winston, Plankton on Diva, Xeon Flux on Ana, and Fearless on Mercy. I think there's these so far they've been doing phenomenally well with these picks. Plankton hasn't changed yet because he's got the secret formula, Harold. He's got the secret formula. I can feel it.
Ravioli, ravioli, give him the formuoli because it's gonna be necessary in this next engagement, DZ. Both teams, once again, so patient, so calm. They don't want to overcommit. They want to make sure that they get the first kill that they can capitalize on in order to maximize their chances. Because DZ right now, both teams poking, prodding, trying to get as much ult charge as they can. The Ana out of place here, but Ace getting slapped. Jacob coming in rescuing his buddy.
And Jaco is just dominating in terms of getting those kills, but Little Rax is responding also with that proximity, with the pulse bomb. It seems like Jacobert is going to have to hold back a sec. They have a minute left. Far East Society doing really well in terms of pushing Jacobert back from their assault.
Oh man, DZ, Jacobert in that room, trying to make their way out, but Sagi now trying to keep the rest of his team in this. Right, nice plays here from both sides, opening off even trades And Ainzo getting a big pick on Satchel. Calvin snowballing now. Ace has a good view of the Echo. Hacking and now can get chased down by Ainzo, but Ainzo's not going to get too greedy. It's going to let it happen. As now,
there is a chance we're going to see
coming in. Oh, sorry, Satchel coming in and getting EMP'd. Pally finishing things off. And once again, DZ. Oh, the Self-Destruct getting a pick on Ainzo. Oh, Calvin getting one on his own on Neon Flux.
They're just stepping on the point as much as they can. Far East Society trying to just whittle down the timer. Right now they brought it all the way down. So that means Jaco Bird only has 30 seconds left to make this last push, and they might have it on this one because they do have a sound barrier in case things get rough. Jaco, who's been so hot right now in Reaper, might be able to do it with the Death Blossom, but Angel as well has the Primal Rage. How will Far East Society respond? 10 seconds left!
Easy, Calvin making the switch to Zarya, already used the self-destruct, trying to get that Graviton Surge, and that barrier so essential for the high charge of Zarya. Now DZ, the plays coming in, the Death Blossom rendering 1 kill, and the rest of his team finishing off the rest of Far East Society. Jacober looking really good as Satchuk, doing his best to stall here. He's got to make things happen because all Jacober needs is 1 tick. He's staying on the point. He's getting pushed up. He's getting pushed back. He's getting eliminated. Jaco finishing off Fearless as well as Little Rax doing his best impression of a man that can't be moved. There's no script here, DZ, as Jacober has won a Nubit. And now we are tied up at 1-1.
Oh, wow! Tie game, Harold. We're gonna go for it. I can see it. Five maps, baby. 5 maps. Excellent performance, Jaco. Tying the game. But wow, that was really close. That stall was so long. That was a good strategy that would play from Far East Society and the first to stall the point, bring it down to overtime. And did. With 30 seconds left, Jaco had one push to get that point, and they got it. Like, oh my god.
DZ, the game was so close. It breathed neck and I could feel the hair standing up. Unbelievable matches from Far East Society and Jaco Bird. Unfortunately, that is the last you'll be hearing from us today. We'll be back tomorrow for the next or for a couple of games in the finals. Hopefully, we'll get a lot there. But right now, DZ, you and I are wrapping things up here on our end because we got to pass it off to our co-casters a bit. I want to remind people at home that they have giveaways to be won in the chat. So check the chat, put your eyes on the prize. And of course, on Facebook, check out AKG Games, Twitter as well. Check out the YouTube channel, which is where you can win the prizes. AKG Games ID. The ID, you might be wondering, is that for identification? No, it's Indonesia because AKG Games are situated in the wonderful country of Indonesia. So give them a shout out. If you can speak Bahasa, you'll just say hi, you know. All right, we're gonna end things here. That's it for us. We'll see you guys tomorrow. If you guys want to see more of us, you can check us at Quit Stalling Us or at Harold Place. Easy. Oh, done. We're done. We're done. We're done. We're out. Sorry, guys. We really are prod.
In a losing fight, everyone was using ult, clutched it as Zenyatta. I killed 4, including the Riptide, best moment of my career. Clipped and posted everywhere. I felt static. I felt so confident in myself. Like, I can do this. I'm one of the best in the game. Burp really bad. Okay. It is that I'm doing this for all the lady, and I want to make sure knows that it is okay to Overwatch and pop off. Baka.
Welcome back, guys, to Overwatch Ace 2020. Just concluded with week 3, and we have a bunch of highlights lined up for you guys to enjoy. But before all of that, if you guys are wondering, Overwatch Ace 2020 is comprised of teams. 5 coming in from the qualifier and 3 teams that were invited directly to the tournament. And of course, all team buying to prove to themselves and to us who is the best team right now in the Pacific region. So without further ado, let's get to those highlights. Highlights. We'll begin with A-Bang v Society as one goes in weak flank, spotting out 3 immediately out his Genji Blade and Little Rax and Xeon Flux in the blink. And that is some quick and kills coming out from one. Next up, it's going to be coming in from Jaeger, a very good already coming into their game 2 in Industries. He has to make so the backline as his team tries to struggle onto that point. Is now being tested around by the Tracer, but keeping himself nice and tidy, nice and alive as he is taking now one by even spots out Yuri's there. 8-away kill and the round win. Jaeger's not done with their hot cryptic, wants to join in on that highlight board. He's gonna go for the big flank from the eyes and activates the nano boosted Genji. You've seen it time and time again, but he just does it with so much bravado. The triple kill as well, and that will secure a nice little bench here for Jaeger. Coming back to Volskaya, it's now A-Bang versus Watermelon Waddlers. Shaolin wants to put himself up there on the highlight leaderboard, activates the Death Blossom, and truly it is the blossoming death coming from this Reaper destructive player of that. Time after time, Zeno has done so much work in this Volskaya industry, and he's put it back onto this particular situation once again, but he's taken 3 already, and he's not done at all, as he is just making it hell of an Anabava to even get onto the pole. This is what happens when you have a good your team. Spots out the Tracer, and it's out of him. That's gonna be victory. Round 1 complete. Little Rax now from Far East Society had Blossom, but what will he do with? I'm kind of curious to see. He has to play around, ring around the rosy on that shoe. He does see more, but just getting a nice amount of light his auto attacks, or sorry, his shots, and activates Death Blossom just in time for more, and that's gonna be the team for Far East Society. Great, nice work on that one. Here once again, another beautiful use on the EMP for as A-Bang proves that they are going to be dominating team in our week. He's going to be able to use that ultimate team to start mowing them down. Is A-Bang. Here we are with Shaolin. He forward positioning, the timing as the Death Blossom once is just on a roll here, ladies, and gonna look this Diva dead is back away. Shaolin is here. We have XS coming in from Jacobert, Up Next Gaming. They don't know where, and he is just gonna rip one out EMP, and that's gonna allow his to just go straight at it. Jacobert making work of Connect here. Connect is definitely not flying with this bird, just, you know, tailing them down. That's gonna be just quick. Oh my goodness. The E as well as the hacks. Beautiful XRS. We have Pally. Gilbert once again up against a A-Bang. What can we with this one? Coalescence was all burned, but at least there is a cheer. Einzo from Jacobert does Earth Shatter. We'll see if he can find the perfect. Has to rip one out, and he does. Charges well, counters to Reinhardt. There we of course the Graviton Surge for closing. Sorry, but that's it, guys. Pushes them out, and no. And there you have it. Hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you next. More highlights here at Overwatch 8020. So, see you then.
bit there, Mr. Asteroid. But hey, before we jump the gun, you gotta respect the energy of not only this series, but we are co-casters there. So big shout out to you guys, for bringing in the thunder. But now it's time for the lightning, and it's time to crackle on down in our SEA showdown. Because Mr. Asteroid, we have seen Jacob Bird and FPS take one map piece from each other.
Yeah, the fight continues. That was just a back and forth match, especially on Anubis. I honestly thought that, Far East Society can just basically rip the W from the hands of Jacobird, but my oh my, Jacobird just keeps surprising me time and time again, especially at that last spurt to be able to get the win on the second point on Anubis. That was just fantastic, and now we're looking at Junkertown as our third map here. Wow.
That's
So
gonna be pretty
we don't really see that as
before
much,
we get
right?
into it, that's right. Yeah, we don't really, but look at that. Facebook.com/Blizzard Esports, TW, as well Twitter.com/OWPatThePro. And before we talk about Junkertown, you guys can check out those social media plugs real quick, just to check out what's been going on into the Overwatch scene. And don't forget, of course, you are tuning on in to AKG Games ID here on the YouTubes. Of course, it's pretty much the same thing here on Facebook, on Twitter, I believe as well. So you can really check out our lovely production staff so far. But as you said, Junkertown, we don't see it too often because it's a map that is very different from everything else. When you see Junkertown, it's double sniper time, and it becomes the Sigma and the Roadhog together.
Yeah, so there's going to be a lot more corridors here, and we're probably going to be, like you said, seeing a lot more of the hooks to come out from the Roadhog. Might not be too popular with the dive comps. I think the map is too wide for the dive to be successful, but you know what? It could be... It might just be a different spell here. How, again, FES and Jacob will try to interact with each other. But for the moment, we're probably going to be seeing something around the premise of what you just described, which is going to be the Sigma and that Roadhog.
Yes, sir. It just feels like it's double sniper time here in Junkertown. You have your Widow Hanzo, you have your Widow Ashe, you can play McCree as well, but it really is all about those sight lines. And with the Roadhog and the Sigma, you have one going for the kills, you have one going for the barrier, and as you saw, 1-1 score line. And before we get the map, let me just break down a little bit more into our first two maps. The first map, Ilias, pretty dominant there from FES, taking control of the points here, there, and everywhere. But on that second map, there was one fight that really took the guts away from FES. You saw us had all the ultimates online, and then suddenly, what's that? Sneaky P, EMP out of nowhere. I really feel like that's such a turning point there that allowed the side of Jacob Bird to take that win, because FES was gearing up for the full Arsenal push. It's like, okay, we have everything, we are good to go, and suddenly they were forced to go for something pretty scuffed. They had a pretty weird EMP there in the middle because of what happened, and in the end, it was Jacob Bird just able to do it. But as I've also noticed is we aren't seeing too much of that right now in its truest form. We're not seeing the Sombra Reaper too much, but it seems like, we can be getting into the game in just a bit. Junkertown, though, is gonna be a pretty solid map, and as you said, with the snipers, it's gonna be even better to crack those windows and check out what's been going on here in the escort map.
I also want to say, I believe that was what was it? Ilios that we had on the first map, where Soggy was using a lot of echo to actually a really good effect, and I'm not sure if he's going to be using it in this particular map since it might not be too effective, but he has just been fantastic with that particular pick. And now we're just going to be starting it off, and there you go, we got ourselves a couple of Hanzos, a lot of recon and information gathered by both of these squads, and of course their Widowmakers apiece. So who's going to be the better Widow? Is going to be Little Rax. We haven't seen him really pop off as much in this best of 5, or is it going to be Ace? A little bit of a shot there, but yeah.
But Ace can be able to go for a few shots here and there. Jacob Bird, in the meantime, at least spraying that Widow Hanzo, as you said. And it seems like there's a composition. It's a complete mirror here on Junkertown, but it is going to be Ainzo already getting the first kill on the board. Jacob Bird, though, looking to push on forward, and they're clearing a good parts of the first point here, Mr. Asteroid. And Jacob Bird even catching out Satchel. Good start here from the Thai squad.
Oh. Lil Rax taking the head easy of Jaco and Ace, so that's already DPS down for Jaco Bird. They gotta respect their sniper already. They have to put like somebody to thwart him. Maybe the shield of the Sigma just to force Lil Rax out of his teeny tiny rabbit hole that he's dealing so much damage as well. And even onto the waist side, if you look at it, Soggy has done the deed. He's actually dealt damage, not maybe the kills, but he's boosted, or sorry, racked up enough percentage to get his Twin Dragons. I think he immediately activated it to kind of stop them from pushing out from the entrance. Makes a lot of sense. You don't want to wombo combo it anymore. Just use it to waste more time on your opponent's side.
And you know, FPS right now just playing all the way back of the A push here. It really feels like we're seeing something a little bit different because the tactics here from FPS is all about playing the long range game. Now, interesting enough though, it's gonna be Soggy trying to duel against that Tracer. Ace is playing back on one of his signature heroes, and Ace or XRS as he's been known in the group stage so far, at least renaming back to his old IGN. Good to see that, you know, the Young Blood Squadron consisting of half Jacob Bird right now. And I got a big story time for you, Mr. Asteroid, about the tales of these two teams later on, because you know we still have to see what these SG versus Thai squadrons can do against one another. And Soggy right now gonna be showing up, catching out Ace yet again. Jacob Bird struggling to actually get this push after clearing the first part. And look at this, 145 already in the block. Fari Society has slowed the pace of this game to a crawl, and they are going to be going for the Flux Satchel though, catching out Calvin then. And here we go with Polly going for the Transcendence instead. Resurrection Order bringing Calvin back to life, but it's just going to be all for naught because that Roadhog is bullying as much as possible. Here we go with Soggy still popping off. Flux though in return. Dragon Strike going to be there. Ace has swapped over to the Sombra instead and got a kill on the Lil Rax, but the Transcendence is into play for Z and Flux, and FPS is still holding strong by the Twin House here.
Einzo is such a big boy, like big character on that Roadhog. How was he able to sneak up on Soggy and just take him out? But you know, that aside, FES has had a fantastic defense side here on Junkertown, and it just goes to show that Payload has really just budged about a teeny tiny inch. Now they're finally giving more respect to Lil Rax here and using Ace swapped out onto the Sombra, using him to be able to deal with the Widowmaker, and this works out a lot in his favor because he's just not hitting the shots when he was on a Widowmaker himself. Better to just do something like this, and it works time and time again. The second time they find Lil Rax, this is going a little bit horrible for that Widow, but the thing is, everyone else from Far Society has not budged an inch, and Payload has yet to do the same.
You know, this is a part of the question where you gotta say, where's my peel, bro? Where's my peel? Can someone please save me? Because I'm already popping off. I'm feeling the headshots, and Lil Rax was doing it and more. He does go for the infrasight as well to give that intel. UAV online. Something also to take note is Ace is gonna struggle to move around with invisibility because that infrasight is a wall hack that will see everything going on. But the Flux is here. Far East Society has been having a quiet, stalwart defense, and in all honesty, this is gonna be a pretty low-key full hold if they can actually make this work. Valley though catching out Fearless. Here we go with Transcendence, and Zion Flux forced to go for his own trance, even though he's all alone. Can Far East Society regroup alongside this? No, they can't. EMP now gonna be getting into the front line, and Jacob Bird apparently saying, hey, knock knock, who's there? We're here, and we're gonna be closing on to the gates and get that first point.
By the skin of their teeth, they actually were able to successfully take that first point. Very pushing it to the limit, but you know what? They'll still take it. They're going to be able to get something off of this. Jaco, my goodness, that was close for comfort, but he had his deflect. He's going to be A-okay. He does have his Dragon's Blade. Going to be able to try to find the targets here. And where are you at? He doesn't even need to use it. He's going to go for the reset. Whips out the blade right now, and he's honing in onto this Mercy. Gonna go into the small room. That is a terrible idea. He's gonna get ripped out here, and it's looking for the third victim, which is gonna be his brother from another mother, well, brother from another team rather, and that's gonna be down on the count for the Hanzo. And Jaco, he's leading the charge for his pack here, and it seems like the Japanese not gonna go down just yet.
You know, Banzai charge right there, and really going to show that it's just Blood Brothers getting spilt yet again. But Jacob Bird right now still taking a lot of control, and this is really because of the swaps they have done so far. They are steamrolling here with the Genji as well as the Sombra, and Ace is doing yet again Party Society though in the meantime trying to reel it back and running a Sombra and a Tracer of their own, but someone needs to touch it. Sasha gonna be going for that Vape Nation, decided to go for the payload itself, but no, Jacob Bird again snowballing here, and immediately from a potential full hold, Mr. Asteroid, it's Far Society giving up the second point for free.
Yeah, they're getting pushed back more and more. Jaco doing the right job, switching out the characters to to alter to fit to their need, and it's working. It's working so fantastically well. Now Ace here, he's playing a little bit hooky in the backside, gonna have that information as well as the charge on his ultimate at 100%. So all he has to do is be able to sneak back, use an EMP, hit a couple of people once again, and it's gonna be Pain Town here for Far East Society. Now Jacob's gonna be activating his blade once again, but he cannot find the target that he needs to. Rips out to deflect, but his teammate comes in to save his behind, and it's gonna be once again the Jacob Bird dropping down Kaka onto the faces of Far East Society.
You know, they can also be named Jacob Gorilla because Calvin as well as Ainza are doing so much. They can also be the Jacob Hogs. I really feel like they can be any kind of animal that they would choose to be spirit animals and all the like. And FES though having to back on out back to spawn because Calvin is just spawn coming with a whole hog. Here we go though with Soggy going for that EMP. He's gonna be inflicting there onto the DPS duel, but it's still not enough. And Jacob Bird, they literally see an open door and they all walk in single file from first to third point. What happened there? Far East Society and their defense collapsing. It feels like the snowball, they just couldn't get back after all that momentum shifting back in favor of the attack.
You know, in what was it again? It's in Frozen. They say love is an open door, but you know what? Jacob Bird, they don't need love. Teamwork is an open door for them, and they basically made so many situations happen with how they kind of just approach that particular point after the first one where it had so much difficulty. Swapping out characters left and right to again attune to their needs really did help their case.
And do you want to build a snowman here in the desert, Mr. Azarai? Because, well, the needs right now for Far East Society is to figure something out instead. And the thing to note is, here in the semifinals, they brought in a number of different strategies that we haven't seen them really play too much in the group stage. It was mostly like, okay, we're playing Dive, we're playing Zombie Reaper, we're going to try to figure out what we want to do in the first place, and then just go from there. But here and now, they've been playing the Echo, as you mentioned, in the first two maps. And for FES, they're going to be going for the double sniper yet again, but they have to be very careful because if they do get snowballed again this time on from the attacking side, they are just gonna get held really well. And Jacob Bird decided, okay, these guys are playing sniper, maybe we can just go for the dive instead. They're playing the meta, they're playing the Zombie Reaper, and I'm just anticipating Jacob Bird to go for the push out of nowhere. But interesting enough, still a lot of space being given to FES, and there you go, finally the initiation is on, and they are hunting against the snipers as well as the Stigma. Plankton gonna be going on down. Ace though gonna be backing on away. Translocation is there. Xeonflux still catching out Jacob, but it doesn't really matter because FPS is just getting hampered already. And Jacob Bird is basically saying we can throw it into the meat grinder. But as Ainza falls down, that's a problem because they don't have a main tank to initiate the fights. And this is going to be problem town here for Jacob Bird because Far East Society is by the spawn, by the garage, and getting all the kills that they need to clear up the first part of the first point.
I mean, you gotta commend Jacob Bird for playing with that particular strat in mind, but the thing with that is, you said it already, right? The spawn point for Far East Society is much closer, so that means that if they're able to punish Jacob Bird for this, Jacob Bird has a longer transition time. Not only that, you're basically giving away a free ult charge for Far East Society here. If you're looking at it right now, they're actually hitting 60% on average almost all of their players, and even Soggy with his Twin Dragon. So this means that he can flush out some corners here as they try to push in onto the site. That might have been a good plan for the start, but it immediately went to the wayside as Jacob Bird lost so many people that they cannot handle Far East Society coming out of their spawn.
And these rotations for Far East Society are ridiculous. As Soggy is going to be showing us how to make a Magic Quiver happen. He will get 3 there, and we also saw Lil Rax pop off from the corner. They just know how well to play all aspects of the Junkertown first point, and they really show us how it's done with the double sniper. But FBS do need to take control of the second point, and a while ago they were just snowballed to impunity. This time though, they have to figure something out, maybe get some takeout there by Koala Express, and Infrasight is available. This is going to be some really good intel, but Jacob Bird now going to have a better angle here, but Ace is going to get caught. He was trying to make that EMP. Here comes the goal. Let's go. And Polly gonna get hooked up and taken down. Satchel will get that takedown there. Far East Society denying not just one, but 2 players there from the side of Jacob Bird. And Ida saying, okay, let's get out of here because Far East Society is looking closer and closer to that second point.
Ace as well as Jaco, I think it worked out how they're playing this with those kind of solo pick off strats when they were on the attacking side, but now that they're on defending, it's not really working out. And again, you have to take note that Far East Society, they just know. They have that sixth sense, but it seems like Jacob Bird not gonna actually thwart down Ace, leaving his Winston to try to do all the work. Even through the Primal Rage, he might not have enough gusto to be able to actually pick off who was this Little Rax on the side of Far East Society. So that push, I think a little bit afraid coming out from Jacob Bird. They're giving too much respect here for Far East Society, where I think they should be trying to challenge them, and they only do challenge, which is working out in their favor, but they did not EMP or disable the Zenyatta, so that's gonna be Transcendence activated and no damage be gotten here by FES.
Yeah, but FPS still trying to hold on, and they will be losing too. Jacob Bird does pick off Xeon Flux at the end there, and unfortunately for Xeon Flux, he goes back to the takeout corner, and he's gonna get taken out instead, as Far East Society is trying to get a little bit more of the push. But a good Transcendence, as you mentioned, really saving the day for the time being. But Plankton, you get kinetic grass and lightning, it's just to be coursing through your veins. And Einsa again with a proper lead. Far East Society are now going for the seesaw approach, and they're trying to take a little bit of control, but this time Jacob Bird is proving that no matter what they play, they're confident here in the second and the third points of Junkertown so far, and we will be seeing a sound marathon from EXQ4. This is going to be also Polly holding on to Transcendence, so Jacob Bird can go for a combo if need be. Beat Blade will not be enough because Lil Rax will get the headshot at the end of those shields, and Ace is trying to move on through. Far East Society though, going to be having to deal with Transcendence there. That's a resurrection from Fearless on the Satchel, and here we go again, but Ace now going to get spotted by the Little Rax, but it's the same kind of conundrum, and it's the same kind of result. And FPS, even though they're pushing, Jacob Bird is just around the corner, and they are going to be contesting with the Diva Mech so far, and this is now going to be Pally catching out Soggy as well. Plankton holding on to the Flux though. Gravity might not be a friend here of Jacob Bird, but you know, these birds can really soar into the Eagles and soar into the skies, and as Pally getting to drop down is there, and this dive is working really well here for Jacob Bird.
This is why we're the casters. These guys, it seemed like Jacob Bird was having a tough time with the composition that they had. They switched up just a smidge, but the real hero here is the kind of timings that they did right now, and Ace being a little bit more confident to actually pin down Lil Rax. Lil Rax, now that he knows that he can't really do much with the Widowmaker in this particular situation, had to switch out and go for the Tracer for the moment. But will that be actually enough? There's still a minute and 30 seconds left onto the clock, so Far East Society still has some time to work with, but hot damn, Einso just dropping in Donkey Kong styles onto his opponent and just drops dead, or puts Lil Rax into the drop dead zone, and Jacob Bird still holding on, still holding strong, and now they got themselves a nice little bank in terms of their ult economy. As Far East Society is swapping out some heroes here, trying to figure out what they need to do. Plankton has defaulted his Sigma and now has gone on to the Diva. He wants that defense matrix in his hands, but what's gonna happen here? Ace EMP.
Ace EMP dropping on down. Beautiful Transcendence though to try and save the day, and here we go again with the going for the glow. Far East Society though getting the push on, and it seems like this is going to be working out for them. It's a classic dive here at Asarai. We are back to all the way from the release of Overwatch, because we get the Genji and the Tracer together with the Lucia and the Zen. Xeon Flux catching out Ace, and honestly Far East Society just bringing in the old school and looking pretty cool here. Soggy and Plankton getting those kills, clean up by the ticket food, and Jacob Bird right now do need to figure out what advantage they can take with that Sombra, or Ace should just go mirror with a Tracer instead.
Soggy is just filthy, able to just clean up house with a few swings of his blade and his shurikens there, and making sure that he can, well, clean it out for his team and bring them afloat here as they're now looking to their third point. Now, something that FPS also has in their pocket is that they have all the ultimates in the world. Jaco, though, he's gonna charge right in out of the small room. Yes, indeed. And he was still alive. He was actually down to 60 HP, but he's gone up and now been able to actually take down 3 people, make that 4 as this mechless Diva is down for the count, and Jacob Bird scratching at what is happening here. It looked like they were good before the second point was taken, but now onto the third, they have no control whatsoever. 1 minute left onto the clock for FES, but it's all looking good for them.
Oh, it's even better because they catch out Ace there. Lil Rax at the right place at the right time, and they're dueling onto the second floor here. Can he actually catch the Sombra out before the EMP goes online? Because this is Soggy backing on away. Sax though with a Primal Rage, and no Zeoflux actually forced to go for the Transcendence there as I to isolate him on the side. But here comes Substruck. Calvin looking for a big bomb, doesn't get it. Jacob Bird though still brawling. They have the EMP right now, and if only Ace can get in position with enough follow-up, then this can be great here for the side of the defense, and that is going to be 5 EMP'd up. Fearless needs to be alive to get that sound barrier on, but he will survive for a long time because it really feels like there's just not enough damage there from the side of Jacob Bird. Zeoflux, Thorax, Soggy all on the board. Self-destruct has been thrown, and it seems like here, Mr. Asai, we are seeing our two SCA teams really duel to the death and put each other to the test every single round.
Duking it out. I mean, it took Far East Society longer than expected, but they still get that that nice little clutch. And Jacob Bird, they were looking to get that 2-1 early here to maybe, you know, boost a little bit more of their confidence. But FES, they've been to this type of situation time and time again. And they will figure out what they need to do to be able to, you know, squeeze their way with that one victory. Now, looking into this one, Jacob Bird still has to go back to the drawing board, but since they did have a fantastic start in our Junkertown map, they will have a minute plus more up against FES. And now looking into it, are they going to be the defending side from the looks of it? Yes. So we'll see what they're going to bring to the table.
Yeah, they have more time there, Mr. Asteroid, and if you have more time going into the second set of rounds, then you are on the defense first. 1 minute though to 2:17, and I like what Jacob Bird is planning again. So a while ago, they saw the success of attacking immediately, and in a 1 minute straight, this means that if you attack once now, you can still defend by the gates, and then you are going to be forcing your opponent in an overtime push, especially if they're running this double sniper. Surprise, surprise, there's a gorilla in your face. And you know, I've just been trying to find a good time to tell my story, but the action is just non-stop, so we can't really tell a little bit that history. So maybe after this game, Far East Society, you know, this team has been through it all and more. Jacob Bird, in the meantime, they are basically an up-and-comer in the way they have been dominant into the Thai scene lately. That's really the biggest story about them with a few tournament tiers there. But, you know, later. Because Lil Rax is on this Widowmaker again. Jacob Bird, though, is trying to find out what angle they're going to be taking. And interesting enough, they're not going to be diving immediately here. They're waiting for the opportunity by the bridge before they will strike. And Ace right now hacking up Satchel to start things off.
Seems like they're just gonna overwhelm in full sheer numbers, and they will able to take down Satchok. Good for the side of Jacob Bird here. So they're using their time wisely. They're making sure that they can at least get these kind of singular picks and maybe try to work their way against their opponent. And the way that they're doing that is go ring around the Rosie, maybe try to push them out, go farther away from their spawn, and basically flush out Far East Society in a position where they're not going to be comfortable in. But Far East Society, knowing what was up for Jacob Bird, immediately back away and reposition. And now they cannot chase down onto Lil Rax, but it seems like Jacob Bird are still doing the damage. It seems like Polywana Cracker going to be able to get himself a couple of kills there with the Moira. Lil Rax dropping down onto the point, but Jacob Bird is just way too dominant in this one, and that is just going to be round completed. That payload did not move as much as I thought it would be. Thought it would.
It went for a pit stop. It went for a pit stop there, Mr. Ass, right? It said, hey, left window, do you have gas? Right window, do you have gas? No? Okay, I guess I'm staying here, and that is that. Jacob Bird there playing that really smart. I honestly thought they were just going to be going for the suicide dive onto the spawn immediately, but no, they decided to stay by the right house and then jump onto Satchok when they found the opportunity. Make that 6v5. And the thing about picking off the Roadhog first means there is no main tank in a way. When you see a Roadhog composition, he's kind of main tank. He's there for CC, he's there to kill you, but he's also very bulky, and he can just go for the take breather to up his effective HP. So picking off Satchel like that really slowed down for FES, and especially by the two house setup there, they can't really use the snipers as well as they would like. They're unable to take control of the back of the point here, and it really does make such a big difference. Really well played there for Jacob Bird. Pretty systematic, and it feels like it's just these small things that Jacob Bird is doing right now. That's how they won out Temple of Anubis, getting the EMP at the right time before the upcoming 6 ultimate push. And this time, they get that initial pick off. And they have 2 minutes to do so to try and get to that part of this point. And they are going to be playing the May Reaper. I like this pick a lot because they already know they're going to be playing on the ground and looking for isolation.
Just gonna use that Mei wall in order to flush or keep or separate their opponents. Ace, of course, is just gonna use his ice gun here to force them out. Of course, the right click really strong. Lots of people are not really giving that much respect, but if it gets a couple of headshots, you're actually down for the count. Love the use on that one. Gonna be able to narrow down this corridor as members of Jacob Bird are marching in and they're looking to end this game already. They're like, yeah, you know what, Far East Society, you've had your reign during the group stage, but this is ours right now coming into the playoffs, and the Thai squad, Jacob Bird, is coming in with a vengeance. Ace almost has his Blizzard, and he's going to be able to use that if he so desires to do so. Immediately activates it. If you go too near, well, it's going to be to your fear, and it seems like Jacob Bird are going to be able to get that W. Third game, 2-1. This is not what we were expecting.
Nuts indeed. Fear the bird, guys. Fear the Jacob Bird, because that was such a good call there to play that Mei. There's only a spot on the first point that the Mei were to ask right, and that's the spot right there. X mark the spot. Just puts a quick little pirate hand, because you are just gonna be setting on sail into the the outback and getting that when Jacob Bird pressing me like crazy. And this team, I gotta say, when I first into the open qualifiers, look at the group stage, you're like, this isn't the Thai squad we expect. This isn't the biggest guns. But then if you look deeper into the Thai scene, this third squadron has had its roots in Youngblood, and then they actually they won the recall tournament lately against some of the all-stars from the scene. So it really goes to show this young group is here to stay and play, and they add Caliban into the roster, and as Ace in the Ace tournament, he's playing it. I'm gonna be the Ace here, guys, taking back his moniker, and really is Jacob Bird. This team won to beat. They have risen ranks for me, and they have been proving some of the best. And lately, if you look at the group stage itself, Mr. Astra, this J team, they really put up a fight at both ABANG and FPS, only losing at one map. And right now, how the tides have turned, and Jacob Bird one map away from getting the win. What a plot twist in the playoffs.
They're sniffing blood in the water, and FES is licking their wounds, figuratively speaking. Honestly, it's just fantastic coming out from Jacob Bird here. And at least from the times of casting, the group stage for Overwatch, I haven't really seen much of these other maps that were picked, like Ilios as well as Town. At least from my perspective, not sure about the other matches, but we've all seen maps like King Mo, what was the other one? Control, Anubis, Skya, Lee Tower. Yeah, exactly. But we don't really see the
That's right.
and the. Yeah, but in any case, it is looking like Jacob Bird has expanded, and it's looking well for them, and they're only one win away to get into the grand finals.
Yeah, they've been getting better and better. And Mr. Astra, you said the magic words, King's Row. And our fourth map, you already know it's a hybrid. So I'm just gonna close my eyes. And if I don't get that map, I'm just be super surprised. But Jacob Bird, this Thai team has proven to all of us that there is still such strong scene. And it's amazing like how everything unfolded there, Astra, because our first and fourth seed a while ago was the East Asian side of Asia Pacific. And now we get SEA versus SEA. So we are seeing the two parts of the Pacific region really doing battle with one another, and we're gonna get one rep each in the grand finals no matter what. So I love it. I love the whole storyline over there. I love the whole shake. And speaking of storyline right now, Far East, this team, some of the best from the Singapore team, they all started over with a pink cult and CFNs, and they have they've worked against each other, FES versus GE for quite a while, and now it's back into full force, bring in Soggy from Australia as well. Just so much experience into this roster right now, but they are faltering, and it's really such a interesting way to go for the sales right now, as we are going to be checking our newest map into this best of 5 wanna be, and we will be finding out there you go. It is Eichenwald! How is that not? Oh, how is this not King Throw?
Yes!
That's right. Am I dreaming? Why are we
You're
seeing
not dreaming.
I've seen Icon once. I've seen Eichenwald once or twice played in group stage, but oh my god. Wait. I need to check sure. Why is it not?
You're not having a
Okay.
fever dream, man. You're not having a fever
Okay,
dream. It
okay.
is gonna be
Okay, but
Eichenwald.
I can wall. But okay, this is FPS pick. It does make sense. I've seen him play this one before, and they can hold really, really well, especially with some of Bucket picks here and there. The point Junkrat might be something they can play. But I think for Far East right now, it should be a way to either whip out that Echo yet again or back to basics. It has to be one of the two because it has been a little bit of a hit or miss. There are times that they can actually be super dominant into a pseudo off meta pick, and in other times they can just really dominate into the meta. We saw it full of Nubis a while ago that when they pushed their dive, it was a lot more compared to when they were playing the Echo. Then you see Ilios where the Echo is going for double Beyblades, just go for its own EMP. So it's a really interesting way right now, but it still is one factor that's allowing Jacob Bird to win, that clutch. One time on Anubis, that EMP, and then that one time there to really get that pick off. These are the small issues right now that Far East Society has to deal with, and if they aren't going to be able to deal with it here, if they aren't going to be able to play a full, consistent game, they're bringing in 99.9%, but that one has been hurting them. And Jacob is like, no, we're the complete 100. We're even 110 because these guys have been absolutely impressive, and they have been the X factor for this entire tournament.
Yeah, and honestly, I'm just looking more and more forward to what Jacob Bird is gonna try to do here. Because again, you talked about it already. FES, they are favoring this German engineered map here, and I'm looking forward to see. Because like again, in terms of design, Icon Wall is my favorite because I love castles. It just reminds me of rings, the two towers that on. My gosh, what was that? Helm's Deep. This is, you know, a little bit of a variant for that for me. It's like a castle thing, right? Anyways, I just love castles.
Dude, I love castles too, and I really say it. You know, I dropped the LOTR references here. You can go for a minister kind of approach, just set on Far East Society though. Seems like they are the men of the East, and Jacob in the meantime, they are just gonna be looking to just make it happen here and now. Here we go again with Ace on the Sombra, Jake on the Reaper. We are seeing standard stuff here from Jacob Bird, but Soggy is back on the Echo, and we'll see if we can actually hear the voices of that duplicate later on. Far East Society on this defense. They're running the Mercy and the Ana as well. Satchel though already quite low. Here comes Jacob Bird with a dive, and Lil Rack's gonna be going on down. Beautiful pick off there from Ace, but Plankton actually catching out Einzo. And we have seen the collapse of the offense of Jacob Bird before with the loss of the Winston. Will they retreat? Will they back on that? FPS is holding strong and looking steady so far, even catching out Ace. And that's what the Echo is all about here, Asrai. Movement is not only onto the horizontal plane, it's also on the vertical. 360 motion, moving on around, and Soggy so very quick to get that duplicate.
Aerial superiority is the name of the game for Far East Society. They're going to be able to just thwart Jacob Bird here because Jacob Bird, they're all about that ground duel, but nobody's going to be able to bring on a fly swatter against Soggy here. But finally, it's going to be the DMAX Diva to be able to take down Soggy, but I think that was more of a consolation than it was a true prize for Jacob Bird. And now into this one, Ace is going to be back into the fray. Does have the EMP as well. He can try to use this to full effect as well. But Jacob Bird, actually they're able to slip into the cracks, and they have a chance here. They have a chance. Polly as well as the Lucio are going to be able to activate both of their ultimates and keep Jacob Bird longer onto the point. And this is making it hell for Far East Society to try to do anything at all. Lil Rax is doing the best that he can to thwart them into that tiny little room, and still Jacob Bird are doing it. They're just doing it.
You know what they did there, Asrai? This is one of the first times I've seen almost no downtime between the first and the second fight. The regroup was so very quick there from the side of Jacob Bird, and the pressure was immediately on even before they were completely complete. It was just such a tie turner because of the insta aggression, and Soggy, he did go for duplicate Sombra to try and help out the team, go for a bit of that supporting role, but with no one alive, that's just not gonna work out. Lil Rax though still making this Tracer count. Ace in the meantime moving over to the Ashe instead, and I like this pick a lot since they're running the Mercy as well. It seems like it's going to be more of that pocket play. It's more about taking those angles, and especially in this iteration, the Ashe is even stronger with 15 ammo, as well as really, really strong dynamite. But Satchel and Plankton saying, you know, it doesn't matter because we'll put the bubble in your face. We're going to be making this happen, and we're going to be pushing here. FPS also using the high ground, using the skies, and look at that spot Soggy is taking. He's waiting for another flight, but this is the Coalescence, and this is the Death Blossom, the Beam, and the Ballet, the BNB connection here, and Jacob Bird now up in the air with Calvin into the high ground, and it seems seems like our Helm Team defenders are going to be struggling because the ladders are here, and this is going to be a big bomb from Calvin. Jacob Bird is just going to be able to get those takedowns. No tag line getting the pickoffs, and FES has to retreat again.
Since there's no, what do you say here? One tap, one kill kind of character for Far East Society, Jaco can just do those aggressive teleports and basically flush out his opponents because he's not afraid to take a little bit of damage as his healer can always be there right behind him. He has his back turned on to his support, and it's working out so well. Now Soggy, he's going to steal a Primal Rage, going to use that. We'll see if he can actually make something happen from this one. He doesn't really get the kills, but at least he flushes out Jacob Bird and kind of separates the pack just for the moment, just for the meantime, as now it's Far East Society trying to take a little bit of a breather here. Again, they're the ones who actually pick up Iconwald, but Jacob Bird are putting them to the test. You know, it's like a 300 Leonidas and the Immortals. We put your name to the test, and it seems like Jacob Bird is putting Far East Society here to the test themselves.
Indeed, it's just such a big test right now. But something to take note though is Soggy is gonna have free reign even more so here in the second point. Just so much motion, and since Ace moved on back to the Sombra, there's no pesky Ash. You know the DPS line right now in this match. You can see that Tracer being a top part, the Reaper as well. But it's gonna be Satchel saying, hey, I can be a DPS too. I can be in the front line. And with 1.21 gigawatts, it's just all about getting the taste here, there, and everywhere. Jacob Bird though looking to relocate back to the payload, but this is Far East Society still holding on to the objective, and this is just such dynamic angles here for Far East Society. It's like when you go into a VR for the first time and you can say it's not just in front of me, it's all around me, and that is Soggy saying, yes, that's me, I'm right behind you, and nothing personnel, kid.
This bridge is turning into like the last bastion, the last area of defense for Far East Society, and Jacob Bird cannot budge an inch on this one. That's going to be the Lucio barrier activated here as they're going to go aggressive onto the push. But look at this Ace from afar. He's not a sniper, but he's sniping you with his EMPs. And there you go, activates the EMP. How many did that actually thwart there? It seems like it's only a couple, but Jacob Bird have found the opening that they needed to, and they got so many kills from that one. And this should be a straight up push. It took them a little bit longer, but they were still successful in being able to take that down. Jaco, we see you, buddy. He's going to be able to get himself a nice little consolation prize on the Soggy, who was coming out from the doorway, has to run back, and he got it clipped around the corner, and that self-destruct will actually find a victim. But Jacob Bird is here, and Far East Society, they're scrambling, but they're losing members left and right, and that is going to be second point with the payload busting the door right here, right now.
There you go, busted on down. Soggy moving over to the Sombra, and Satchuk over to the Reinhardt. They know they want to play close, they want to play on the inside, and that was the third point it's all about. But a while ago there, really smart there. Really smart play there from Jacob Bird, because we see Ace waiting by the payload and Jacob Bird pushing on forward. They force the duplicate into the Lucio and got the takedown on the Soggy eventually. And here comes now the next clash as it's Ainz popping the Primal Rage instead. Coalesce is going to be in play though here for the attacking side. And Satchel just going to beat them into the heart of Jacob Bird and says, this is smartness, guys. Please get the hell out of here. Far East Society having to run on away without that Reinhardt to anchor on. And Calvin ready for the self-shot. This is just Jacob Bird really bringing in the heat onto the doorstep of Far East Society.
Problem still has the self-destruct. Every boy and girl from the side of Jacob, from Far East Society, you got a better run as he goes in with this one. All right, once again, Lucio ultimate activated here, and Jacob Bird is going for the aggressive final push for the moment. Jacob very close on his ultimate. Keep him alive, because that Death Blossom is gonna be important coming into the following couple of seconds. Plankton is taking down Ace, and Jacob is looking for the positioning, but he immediately backs away. 50 seconds left onto the clock, so, you know, never mind that last push. They still have a little bit of breathing space here, as it seems like Far East Society are getting a grip, and they're pushing back the attackers just for the moment. But it seems like Jacob Bird have gotten their breather as well, and now they have 4 ultimates to go for this one if they decide to do so, as Ace is going to want to use this EMP right here, right now.
EMP bomb to try and go for the combo, but Soggy is ready with his own EMP after all of that, and Far East Society, even though they lose 2, they can try to turn things around, but the damage here from Jacob Bird looking pretty significant, and they are even gonna get the hack onto the Moira. Xenoflex wanted to go for Coalesce and doesn't get it. Here comes Satchel Flow with the Shatter, putting people to the floor, but Jacob Bird still alive and breathing really, really well. This is gonna be Low Raps though on this Reaper, and he can't make it to the Death Blossom in time. 2 seconds left. Xenoflex though with Coalescence, and it's high time for overtime. It's high time to see if FPS can go for the stall, but there we go with the Death Blossom, and Jaco gonna be putting his name onto the throne room for Jacob Bird. He will be able to bring in the full cap for the rest of the team, and Jacob Bird now only needs to hold here to move on to the grand finals and the dates with A-Bang. This is just a Cinderella story going really, really right here for Jacob Bird, and for Far East Society, they might be that clock that can toil on for midnight if they can figure out how to win this one out.
I will save this one line that just popped into my head if Jacob Bird wins this. Far East Society, they're getting pushed back. That I just gotta say, Ace on this Sombra has been fan-freaking-tastic with his individual hacks. You see that, the DPS trying to scramble in and out, dipping in, kind of testing if they can actually commit to the defense on the payload or not. But if they hesitate, even for a slight second, low HP, trying to go back, immediate hack, and then the follow-up from Ace. He is just filthy right now and on point with his target selection, and it is becoming apparent, and it is becoming a prevalent nuisance against Far East Society.
It's not just a nuisance, Astra. You make such a good point because it is the core of Jacob Bird. There were so many times where Ace is just waiting for the proper time. He gets the proper hack, and then Jacob Bird is like, they are birds of prey. They work together. They are really just making that V formation up in the air and swooping on into Feast because they just get that takedown so very easily. And it was such a good case even on like Soggy, who has effectively 2 lives with a duplicate and himself, and he still dies because that's what Jacob Bird is all about. One target to rule them all, one target to bind them, but this is something they actually whip out as well. The Pharah for Jacob Bird, and it's gonna be high time to see another signature hero here for, well, the namesake itself. Jacob Bird is not named Jacob Bird for nothing, and we will be finally seeing us walk, or in this case, fly like an Egyptian, because Jaco on the Pharah, we got TXQ on the Mercy, and this Pharah Mercy, some of the best you can see from the scene, especially with the faster movement speed on the Pharah in this patch.
Yeah. It's still classical with a little bit of furnish to it. Dax, 3 minutes onto the clock here for Far East Society. This is still doable for them, but they have no shutdown for this Pharah whatsoever. But they do put Soggy once again on this Echo, so maybe that's gonna be the Ek Mercy combo against the Pharah Mercy combo, because right now Soggy is honing in onto Jacob Bird, and the laser is gonna be true up in the sky. It's not the Pharah, it's gonna be the Echo.
Yeah, there you go. You know, if you watch all those sci-fi movies, as Little Raps catches out the baby diva there, and the resurrections come to both Satchel as well as Jaco, it does feel like, that Echo is a fighter, and then it is the Pharah that is the bomber instead. And you already know, if you watch enough of that Star Wars, Star Trek, whatever you like, then that's gonna be enough to get that takedown. But Soggy is doing it again. The laser beams have been pretty on point. The sticky bombs have been pretty solid as well. And Jaco does have the rocket barrage available. And maybe, just maybe, the artillery strike can't be effective here to go for the hold. Because look at this, the red-hand side of the defense gonna be at the very least looking to stall for time with the Diva and wait for an opportunity by the point itself, as Far East Society gonna be regrouping at the entrance.
Our Society here is still struggling to get the damage that they needed to charge up their ult meters for the moment. In terms of the economies, you can see Jaco Bird is stacking it out, especially with Jaco being able to hit them from afar with free damage. He can just stack up this rocket barrage quite easily, but if he stays in the air for too long, it's gonna be Soggy who reigns truly supreme, and that is not what Jaco Bird wants. Now Far East Society, seeing this opportunity, actually immediately pulls the trigger, and they're overwhelming the first point. They really want to get control of this payload and start pushing right now because their time is not on their side. Jacob Bird, they used up everything, but seems like it's going to be a harder time for them as Jacob Bird is defending. Calba using his self-destruct just to keep his payload intact for his teammate, as they're going to try to come back into the site as well. But seems like Far East Society will not be denied, and they clean up house. That's going to be the payload already, and it's ready to push.
really is ready to push. But you know, I got a question to ask Soggy right now. Was he part of the Air Force in NS? Because this guy is just flying like a G6, and he is just such a fighter plane waiting to happen. He opens up that point with the double kill onto both the Fire and the Mercy, and Jacob Bird has to respect that and has to swap away from it and cede aerial control to Soggy and the rest of the crew. FES right now in a really good spot here for the second point if they can move on around the map the same way they did a while ago. And if I remember correctly, this is how they won out Ilios in a number of different states, because they were given that map control, they were given the X-axis and the Y-axis together. But right now we are just going to be seeing Diana go ZZZ and take a nap, because Soggy will get that takedown, but the rest of Far East Society, they do need to come back and help together. And Soggy turning into the Diva. Very effective duplicate. If he can get that Diva bomb, then hey, that can be a big explosion. And the baby Diva is still also part of the equation. And Soggy back into the mech. That's why the duplicated Diva is one of the best. And speaking of that one, there we go with a bomb in behind. Gets the zone on. FPS taking the corners and getting closer and closer to the bridgeway here.
Run, baby, run. They're really stepping their setting their foot right here, right now. Jago is in on the high ground. He has no teammates whatsoever. He jumped up, he bumped his head on the ceiling and was not able to get for the small health pack there. That's gonna cost him. That's gonna cost his whole team, because that's a big heavy hitter there. And look at this one, 2 minutes onto the clock and they're already on the second point. Ace immediately activates the EMP. He's charging down onto the monkey, but that monkey got big HP. Seems like his other teammates will be able to help him out here. Ace seems like that was a foolhardy EMP, but I eat my words as his teammates come crashing down. Enough time for Jacob to join in onto the kerfuffle and start breaking down members left and right. Activates the Death Blossom here to let it rip, but it's not going to be able to rip the lives out of the members of Far East Society. But they're doing the job, they're doing it, and they're actually able to push back Far East Society for now. A little bit of a breather here for Jaco Bird.
And you know, you mentioned right that they basically lost a heavy hitter there, and in the end it does cost them Far East Society though. That EMP, what a save from Soggy, and everyone coming on through at the right time with a speedy competition between the Sovereign and the Reaper. This is just FES right now, looking to try and do it again, but Jacob Bird, right, with that EMP from Ace, really fanning out to the best degree. And Einzel with the Reinhardt right now. Far East Society gonna be brawling on the inside, trying to play by the health back, and Soggy does get that control of it, but unfortunately for FES, they are all just dying, and now they are a minute from their own self-destruction, because Jacob Bird is holding very well here on the second point.
Ooh, this is not looking good at all for Far East Society. For the fans of FES, I'm pretty sure they're biting their nails, hoping for a miracle as of right now, because Far East Society, they are struggling, they're gasping for any form of control in this icon-walled map. The German castle is not on their side, but let's look quickly at their ult economy. It seems like Far East Society are way behind, and Jacob Bird has another EMP with Ace. Here he comes. Oh my goodness, that might be in. They're pushed back, they're pushed back. Can Far East Society still be able to grasp and control in this one? Because right now Jacob Bird is shutting the lid in their dreams to be even able to go into the grand finals, as that Thai squad once again is coming out on top. But it seems like Far East Society with the coalescence from Xeon Flux is able to keep themselves afloat just for the moment. But Jacob Bird always going in Wraith form for now, 100 HP, he gets knocked out, and Far East Society, I cannot believe it, they're still able to hold on to the knife's edge, and they're still able to get this. A minute 30 left onto the clock, but they're still alive here, ladies and gentlemen, and Far East Society keep the dream breathing for themselves.
Great team effort there for Far East Society. Fearless with a sound barrier on point. And the thing to note there, Asteroides played such a good neutral game. They didn't give up too much space, but they stayed all alive. EMP bomb though, it's the backline of Flash is getting able to get one. And there we go again with the death loss of Far East Society now, throwing everything at Jacob Bird, and it's working out for them. They have gotten 3 so far. Ace can be on that wave, and he'll be respawning there. But look at Xeon Flux, who just go ham with the Biotic Grass. Easier target selection there, easy takedowns, and Far East Society is like a battering ram right now, and Jacob Bird going for a very brawly composition to defend one last time.
Get into position.
Here we go, this is gonna be it. Mano y mano rips out the Earth Shatter. Did not have the probably wanted outcome for them, but you know what? They'll take it. 30 seconds left onto the clock, and they're using everything that they have to throw at the members here of Far East Society. But it seems like Far East Society have something else in plan as ultimate after ultimate comes out from both of these teams. They're gonna go around the corner for the moment, take themselves a little bit out of the equation here and try to take themselves into a breather. But Jacob Bird is pressing down their throats. 10 seconds left onto the clock. They cannot die right now, but there is still the Lucio barrier. He's gonna be able to use it, prolong the life of Far East Society, because Far East Society has no time left. They gotta go for the payload. They gotta go for the payload. It's actually going into overtime, but Jacob Bird, they got 3 kills. Oh my goodness, what's gonna happen right now? It's not gonna be Far East Society winning because Jacob Bird has exceeded expectations and in Icon Walk sealed the fates of Far East Society. They're going to the grand finals.
Play of the game.
What?
Jacob Bird has done it. Jacob Bird, they used to be these fledglings, and now they have grown up, went past the nest, and they fly eagles. Amazing, really amazing, from Jacob Bird. And God, that's alright.
Sorry, I just wanted to say, just to add to your analogy about birds. You know how sometimes mama birds actually out their babies so that they can learn how to. Jacob Bird, they've been thrown out into the mix in Overwatch Ace, and they've been, kind of falling during the group. But right now, playoffs, they show that they can swing and fly out, and that sounds super inspirational. You know what? It's all through their advantage because damn, they got one of their decks.
And they just clutch it out every single time. It's just Jacob Bird having that one fight, that one clash that goes in their favor. They win from there. Absolutely clutch again from the PS duo. This time it was Ace with that EMP. Like I said, right? EMP second map, EMP on that fourth map win the same way that you did there. It goes to show that for Jacob Bird, that toe to toe with the best. And if you're standing, the first one who slips up, the first one who stubs up, who's gonna be losing it out. And Far East Society, though, they whipped out some of their niche, some of their interesting strategies, especially the Msagi. It just didn't pan out as well as because in the end, Jacob Bird able to really good neutral game even with all that control. We will be seeing our Taiwan versus Thailand team facing off in finals tomorrow. A-Bang versus a Thai and Thai connection. Mr. Astro, I remember a certain tournament that we shot like this before, and we know yet really wrapped up. And though it's a completely different game because we have our first seed versus our third seed, A-Bang versus Jade, and is it gonna be the consistent versus the clutch? We're gonna be fun tomorrow, but what a match was.
What a to behold indeed, Dax. Goodness, Jacob Bird just showing us how they play Overwatch and how it can really go and deal with the best. And Far East Society go down, and it wasn't like 2-2, right? The series, it was 3-1. Is that Jacob Bird really had planned out, and going to these really not as common like Junkertown as well is Eichenwald, and able to slip in W's. Well, damn, I think A-Bang here, they better be watching because Bird might just sweep the rug under their feet if they're not careful.
Such a amazing air that we've seen so far in this tournament, and you already know, guys, that tonight's final is gonna be amazing. Of course, you can check the updates also at facebook.com/BlizzardEastW as well as twitter.com/ObatThePro. But what a craze that was, and I gotta say for their clutch factor has been absolutely amazing. These young guns working to still coming on back here to Overwatch. Amazing job, having a great coach as well. Really seeing, hey, the best of the offer right now, and it's just been showdown here in the Ace Finals. Both of our series absolutely amazing, but it really feels like this one at the clutch, and you can say Bird absolutely delivered.
Yeah, I have no words to say. I'm just like, guys, right now, share the stream, that AKG is postbook and other social medias because tomorrow gonna be a doozy. I'm so looking forward to how Bird is gonna try to figure out that is A-Bang, because right now, Society, yes, they beat them, but A-Bang a different beast, and from tell, even through the Jacob Bird has not really beaten A-Bang yet, so it'll be another challenge for them. But you know, I'll live for the challenge, and I just wait for tomorrow's match.
No, that's a really good fun answer, but there's one caveat. Two of the map A-Bang had in the group stage 1 series from Jacob Bird. The last off, it was 2-3. This, and also, fun fact, when they faced up against FES was 2-3, yes. So now they've beaten FES. Do you think they can do it some? Oh my god, the implications here. The storyline just makes it Semshnark, the rise of it, but it was an amazing at our A semifinals. It really goes to show that, hey, it can go anyway. And of course, guys, no giveaway going on. It's just in the forms, Blizzard balance up for grabs. I say amazing stuff here, courtesy of A Games.
So I think that's about it for us for tonight. We're just gonna end. Wrap this up, guys. Again, thank you so much for tuning in for the Overwatch Ace 2000 playoffs. It has been a casting with you guys, and if you enjoyed that, you're gonna be Dax, Harold, as well as Jago Z tomorrow for the grand finals. So come back. We'll be seeing you there. Overwatch Ace 2000, of course, is brought to you by AKG as well as in partnership with Blizzard. So next one, guys, tomorrow for the final.
That was so is getting a nice amount of wants to put himself out backward.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Overwatch Ace 2020 Championship. We have just wrapped up our group stage, and our 8 teams have done battle and more here in the Pacific scene. With 5 of these teams, though, coming in from the open qualifiers, and 3 of them invited directly into the group stage, only 4 will be able to move on into the playoffs. And of course, to wrap it all up, we're going to be checking out the final week, week number 4, and its highlights. Let's tune on in and let's check them out. So here we go, guys. We start things off on Jaeger versus Jacob Bird, and we already got Gangnam Style here playing this May. Goes for the asphalt, tries to separate the Reaper away, but good bubble there, courtesy of Calvin, keeping him alive. Grab the surge now into play. Jacob Bird going for the spinner Rooney, and Jaco gonna be getting so many heads with that one. 4 in a row with the Death Blossom, and they will be able to get the cleanup here. So this is pretty good here for our defense so far. Jacob Bird looking to deny Jaeger a full capture in this map, and right now they're using XRS to look for the scout, look for an information, and look for an opportunity to get the hack on. He's trying to find a target. Does he actually get anyone? Yes, he does, onto the Reinhardt of Assyria. And here comes Jacob Bird yet again. Einzel in a really good spot to actually go for a free shot. And Pauli gonna be able to get that first kill onto Assyria. And there we go with a slam on down. Jacob Bird, not just once, but twice, getting the cleanup here in this map. Really good efforts there from Jacob Bird. Really going to show their pedigree into the Ace Championship. And here is XRS right now, still keeping an eye out, but he will actually be forced to translocate away as Gangnam Style gonna be hitting him in his crosshairs, and seems like for Jaeger, they are on the offensive instead. A little bit of a comeback. It's not gonna happen, and we move over to Watchpoint Gibraltar instead. Gangnam Style on to this Genji right now, and he's gonna be looking to poke a rib or two, as this is gonna be this Genji hopping on around yet again. Still though, Jaeger on this offensive, looking for a quick little opportunity. They see the dive composition though of Jacob Bird on the high ground yet again, and up in the air we go. It's time for the Nano Blade, and Gangnam Style is going to be able to get the dance onto 1 and 2. He's going to be dancing some corpses. He's going to be able to get 3 so far, and he's looking to slice down that Diva Bank, but it's not happening. Still though, Jaeger making a good opening here with their combination, and besides that fact, they have really opened it up, force Jacob Bird to actually go for the self-destruct and buy some time instead. But now into Legion Tower we go, and Jacob Bird gonna be keeping an eye out of the choke. They do have the point already, and XLRS is ready to go for the wall of separation to really bring in the cold front against the opponents. But there we go, already getting the catch on. Blizzard into play, and we will see Osira get frozen on up. Gangnam Style also caught out in the open. Calpun gonna be able to get those kills here and there, and well played for Jacob Bird. They are now looking for a little bit of the cleanup. They just dominate and decimate Jaeger over there, and are able to trap their opponents with the ice into play. What a choke, and that's really the power here of the May Reaper. It's so very potent in close quarters, and with Jacob right now having that Temp Blossom might even be a better case to actually seal the deal here. But here we go again with the ice walls, grab the surge courtesy of Helios, but Jacob goes for the spin. But here comes Sino doing one better. And now we move on into another match instead, as FES versus Banana Bava. It's Soggy onto this Junkrat, and we'll find out if this pick can actually work out in their favor. Pretty potent in close quarters, and that is Soggy immediately getting 3 after the Sim teleport. Lil Rax with the setup, and it seems like FES, they know that their players have this experience in the T2 scene, and they are just going to be bringing in a little bit of the cheese to make it work. Junkrat Symmetra versus Junkrat Symmetra, also working out here in favor of FES so far. But Thomas might be able to get his own Riptire very, very soon. FES though gonna be going for push on forward, literally going for the spawn trap against Banana Bava. And this is gonna give an opportunity though for Thomas, as Easy Clap gets to the Plankton there. This is gonna be a free Riptire for the Junkrat, and Thomas now gonna be bringing the tank engine on. He's gonna be bringing this Riptire all the way to the left side, but this is gonna be unfortunate because it's a good shot there from Lil Rex. He lines it up, gets the ball on, and it's gonna be enough to prevent the tire from exploding. But you know what else gonna explode right now? It's Sino on the scene. He catches out Blue there as between A-Bang and Jaeger, and Sino again gonna be able to catch out his opponent after the resurrection. But Crazy S is there to get the refrag on, and Gangnam Style right now catching out 1 instead. This is gonna be a beautiful stick though, and boom goes the dynamite. What a delivery onto CQB. Crazy S caught out in the blast radius, and the 1-2 punch here between the Widowmaker and the Tracer. Jaeger proving their DPS line to be very, very lethal so far. Still though, a chase might be on, as Gangnam Style is keeping an eye out, wants to go for the pellets and bullets against that Roadhog. Accretion will connect. Osiria takes control of the payload itself. And for Jaeger, it is just not a time to stop whatsoever. They even go on to the high ground, catch out Mango Jai. Really good momentum right now here for Jaeger. They're also using the Widowmaker here to keep an eye out of the left side, and it's basically a crossfire between the speed as well as the snipes. A-Bang's time to shine, because here we have them on the attack instead. Wando on the high ground. He's looking for a catch onto Ayako, and that's going to be Zenyatta getting taken down. CQB though fetching him over, saying, hey, it's time to get on the school bus, and the school bus running over Helios as well as Gangnam Style. 3 in a row there for the Sombra. You don't see the frontline Sombra too very often, but this is just A-Bang taking control and looking to end the Week 4 highlights on a high note. And that is that, ladies and gentlemen, an amazing set from our great teams, but only 4 will move on to the playoffs themselves. Who do you think is gonna make it to the playoffs? Find out this weekend, October 2 to 3, with the semifinals on Saturday and the grand finals on Sunday, to crown the first ever Overwatch Ace 2020 champion. I can't wait, and we'll see you guys then for our playoffs.